Thank you, Mud. I'm hot. Dave, you're muted.
Jesus Christ.
I am hot.
Oh, no.
All right, let's run it back. Let's run it back.
All right, try it
Hello,
again.
you beautiful
This is
internet you,
official.
and welcome back to another exciting episode of Careful Cantrip. We're a group of friends from coast to coast to do their absolute best to get lost in dungeons and run away from dragons. As always, I am your host and ever-loving universe, and the warriors of the dice around me are my players. Guys, you already know what to do. Give some love to the trippers, please.
We're the players.
Hi.
Hello,
Do
Trippers.
anything for $20. I'll give a lot of love.
You
Okay.
get $20.
Yeah. How much love you
Wait,
want?
Canadian or US? That's
You guys
different.
are getting paid.
Euros.
We good? We're good?
Yeah, we got it out of our system. Sorry, Dave.
Amazing. So first and foremost, before we get started for the evening, I just want to welcome all, do a big wholesome love to all of the new trippers that have joined. It seems we are finally out of TikTok purgatory hell, and there's been a whole bunch of new people coming in. So welcome to the Not a Cult. We have blood snuggles at midnight occasionally, but I promise we are not a cult in any way, shape, or form. That includes you YouTube frogs. I see you, and I love you as well. Thank you so much for joining us. Aside from that, you guys are kicking us off right with the level 4 hype train. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. OG coming back for 24 months. Thank you, Nate. Kaz coming back for 18. Cross for 45 at a tier 3. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that. And then dropping 3 new friends for us. Thank you. Cross with the 300 bits as well. Cookie Mon Steve with the gigantify, something like that. Thank you for the 500 bits, my friend. Appreciate you. T-Bard, welcome in. Great to see you. Powers, those soft, supple biddies of yours. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And Golden Oldies coming back with the Prime. You only get one, so it means so much. If you guys got a Prime and you're looking for somewhere to drop it, we'll happily take it off your hands. No pressure. No pressure. But with that said, I'm going to quickly turn it over to my good friend Nate so he can tell you about what's going on in the Patreon worlds.
I can tell you about that, Dave. Patreon, it's a cool service where you guys get to go sign up and follow the stuff that we do kind of behind the scenes a little bit. We post our campaign diaries, as well as we're posting up the comics for the free tier. So if you just want to go check that out, it's a good time to go see some really cool art. Cross, I appreciate you also just liking the most recent post. But it's a lot of fun. Rain and I we're doing we've been feeding you guys along. I keep saying changes are coming, but the changes have turned into an overhaul. So Rain and I are meeting on this here soon, and we're gonna have some cool stuff that are coming to you guys, way more focused on community involvement, and that's what we love around here. It's what we strive for. So appreciate every one of you folks. You'll see your name go by as the episode goes on. And we appreciate everybody at the top tier that we have over here, the Fabled Orchid Warlock. I did it right this week, which is Colin Worcester and Steve. Cookie Mon Steve, we love you guys very much. And you guys will be entered to play with a one-shot with Rain Array right here. Doing the DMing on the 1s and 2s.
Yep.
Yeah. That's it. That's me in the Patreon world. What do you got, Raina?
Oh boy, guess what time it is?
YouTube
Hello.
comments?
Time to read the comments.
Yeah.
Time
Oh,
Do you want a fat bass line?
no.
Ooh, that sounds cool. Oh, I changed my mind. It is not.
It's comment time. Go read the comments because it's comment time.
Read those fucking comments.
Wow.
You had to end it with a sting, like a nice stinger. Just to...
Somebody clip that. That's how we'll open it
that's
from now on.
definitely going to be the new intro. We're getting rid of the transition.
So
Can
proud.
someone find the clip of like Bobby 2 years ago saying, "I will never sing on stream, Raina," and then snip it
We got
together
it.
with this.
Took 2
Yeah.
years, but we did it.
I watched a lot of The Voice earlier today. So.
All it takes,
Feeling
eh?
inspired.
Love to see it.
Okay, all right, let's get into them. So the first comment is from Cass, and I will sing this for Cass. It's finally you and me and me and you and your friend Beef. Do 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 do. Beef.
Yeah, I forgot about Beef already.
I'm not. My stream has been calling me Beef all the time.
Oh my god.
Thank you so much, Trippers.
Fun fact, by the way, just real quick. The name Beef actually came from my best friend growing up, whose entire family does, in fact, call him Beef. So it was a.
Real
It came from a
inspired.
place of
Homage.
goodness.
Oh,
Great.
okay.
I-
And we've
this
ruined
feels
it.
so
Miss
good.
and love your
Irony.
beef. Yeah, the real one.
Wow.
Yeah,
so
Beef,
now
if
I'm
you're
just a
watching right
forgery.
now,
Got
huge
it.
shout out to you, my friend. Can we get a shout? Is LV in chat? Can we get a shout out to Beef?
Does this make me like the vegan beef since I'm the fake one?
A little bit.
I like that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then we would
Impossible
just call
beef.
you Tofu.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's actually kind of cute name too. Oh, hi.
I know. I do like that. I mean,
Yeah.
Okay, next comment is from Bally Lally on the YouTubes. Petitioning for black. It's really
Black.
hard to say. Black apostrophe S. Salary of lashes and a decent dental plan. To be not only matched but increased to imprisonment in town square and mock tailing for his crimes.
Deserves it.
And then there was a reply from Cass that says those witches don't even have dental. Okay, next comment is from Cookie Mom Steve. Don't forget, chat. Raina challenged us to counter her charisma, so thank you for reminding everyone to drown me in dark arts again. So great. B-Town. Okay, my brain reversed it, and then I was like, I can't say this, but I realized you reversed it already. So, Tua Hawks have a vile spittle attack, apparently.
It's true. Very true.
No.
Okay. Next comment is from Con. Dave, can you do the con?
Con!
Okay. Con, comma, I sue for peace and would like to be friends as you are too powerful to fight against. Oh, he's having me read this.
Commit. Commit.
Commit to the bitch.
I believe in you, Raina.
I was wondering, it took me so long to be like, why did he start it with con apostrophe like he's talking to himself? I'm so dumb. Okay. And the last comment is from Family IT Dude, and it is just the word beef in all capital letters with an exclamation
Oh
mark.
my gosh, you all.
Speaking of which, thank you so much for shouting out Beef, LV. I appreciate you. Hashtag mod of the year.
Yeah. Okay, that's it for me. Over to Dave for announcements.
Okay, I almost missed it. I apologize. There was some more gigantified emotes that I wanted to quickly shout out. So, B-Town, thank you so much. Cross the streams, thank you so much. And B-Town again. God, you guys are loving the gigantify emotes. Gigantify emotes. So thank you very much for that. And thank you to all for the continued support. You guys keep the lights on around here. You know that. We say that. You treat us well. And just wanted to show a little extra love today for you all. But with that said, I don't have any other announcements. So I guess it's just about time to ask the one question. Players, are you ready?
No.
Ready?
I suppose.
Yes.
And Trippers, are you ready?
Yes, let's get cooking.
Thanks, Wilhelm. I didn't see you in the back there. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into tonight's episode. You guys don't know what happens behind the scene while we're rolling the intro,
Parts.
but I quit. I'm done. I fully quit.
We did it, guys.
Nate, if you want to go ahead and take over, that's
Cool.
if we can just change the DM behind my name and switch that over to Nate's, that's
Sweet. Yeah, we'll do it. Vea, roll like attack or whatever. I don't know.
Okay.
Cool.
Actually, total pivot switch. This channel is now going to be about Fallout 76 and Marvel Snap.
Yeah, if you guys want to talk
At all.
Marvel 76 or Lorcana, I recently made a financial investment in Lorcana that I'm not happy about. But I thank Dave and Raina for spreading drugs.
Jesus Christ.
You're very welcome to your newest addiction, Nate. I'm glad that we could spread the love.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Not Raid Shadow Legends. Sorry, Valley. That's next week.
You know, we could do that.
don't shout out drugs, LV. Oh,
Doesn't it depend which ones?
Oh,
it's Advil. This is a Christian Minecraft server. She's talking about Advil.
this
Love
episode's sponsored by Advil. I'm
Love
just
Advil.
kidding. Don't sue
Oh,
us.
great. Now you got Pharma mad at us.
Have you ever wondered what it looks like to watch someone's insides die directly in front of you and have it caught on camera? Because you do now. So, when we last left our heroes, having been gravely injured in a fight against the winged apes, Ginku and the rest of the gang found refuge inside of a small cave where they were able to heal up Ginku. And it was in that moment that Ginku decided it was time to come clean. It was time for the party to understand exactly what they would be facing. But not just tell them, to show them. Casting an ancient ritual, Ginku pulled them into his mind to share memories that they could see firsthand. And as the world went dark around them, they came back in a relatively cozy interior of the Emerald Mages Guild Hall. Looking around, they recognized one another. However, their clothes had changed. The people, foreign to them, save for one. Across the library, a young wizard named Ginku studied hard. And while he continued to study and struggle with the magics presented in front of him, a new friend arrived. Joyce, seemingly a friend of Ginku's from the past. A very warm and welcoming individual who only wanted the best for both Ginku and his new friends. Shortly after, the doors to the halls swung open once more. An inspiring leader walked through. None other than Glenda the Good Witch herself, seemingly the leader of this guild. Striding up to the front of the room between two braziers, Glenda announced to the rest of the guild that no longer would they be stuck in library studying. No longer would they be on boring long expeditions to find new magics. They would become more actively involved in the magic happenings throughout the Emerald Empire. With a task laid on them by none other than King Oz himself, that a strange new magic had been seen not too far outside of the Emerald City. To the east in the swamplands, strange things occurred, with none of the other proper guild members wanting to tatter their robes or messy their dress. Ginku, his new friends, and Joyce were voluntold that they would be the ones investigating these strange magics. As they met once again in front of the stables, most sat atop horses, where Joyce decided to bring a cow, saying that it would easily be able to keep up with the rest. And as they took their journey, finally arriving in the swamplands, through the trees, they heard a strange calling, as if someone needed assistance. And being the good party that they were, went to investigate. The group stumbled upon a rather horrific scene. A toppled over caravan, with an individual trapped underneath. Clearing the debris away, they were able to free the man, who seemed a bit panicked, as if the danger was not over yet. Before they knew it, the stones around them started to gather and build on top of each other, forming that of a strange stone golem that was eager to take on the party and put them in the same precarious situation that the man had been in. A vicious battle broke out, with our heroes holding their own, with new strange abilities that they were unfamiliar with. However, the always perceptive rune was able to note an individual that seemed to have been hiding within the trees. Using a magical hand, she pulled forward, and the creature fell from the treetops, landing in front. As he hit the ground hard, the stone golem seemed to stop in its tracks. Approaching the creature, they learned that it was in fact a rock gnome named Blech. He swore up and down that he would tell no secrets, while he continued to proceed to tell all of the secrets. He told the party of the emergence of the Gnome King, his allegiances with a newly formed coven, and strange tunnels that resided all underneath the Emerald Empire. Feeling bad for the strange gnome, they decided to take it prisoner. Strange way for calling something a pet. And as they left the swamp behind, bringing Blech to the Emerald City with them, they noted within the skies a strange sight. Pink clouds starting to form, followed slightly by a red mist. And so, our story continues. Continuing to make your way back to the Emerald Empire, Ginku and Joyce take the lead. You hear bits and pieces of their conversation. Once again, Joyce trying to bolster the confidence of Ginku, seeing as he wasn't so effective within the battle just had. Blech, on the back of Barrick's horse, continues to struggle, not to escape, but Barrick, from what you can determine, in an attempt to give himself further rope burns.
That sounds about right.
As you continue on forward, the red clouds continue to merge. Pink clouds, now turning more of a proper red, saturation growing. As Joyce and Ginku occasionally look up to the skies, wondering exactly what is transpiring. There's a bit of a trek back to the Emerald Empire, but not too long. Is there anything anyone would like to do during the travel back?
I'll stay further away from Black. I don't want to.
Be near that.
Yes. Creating some space. He's just asking for a lot. Well, not asking for a lot, you know? Puts a
I'd
lot of
like-
pressure on a group.
I'd like to peep on Joyce and Ginku and see if they're making eyes at each other.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
Picking up
for
on
me.
a little something there.
Mm.
I think they got a.
Got a thing going
Not gonna get me to sing
on.
more. That's an 18.
Dang.
With an 18, Ginku seems distracted, as usual. Most likely due to some relative self-esteem issues. However, you do happen to see an occasional glance. A single glance that is very telling, accompanied by a soft smile.
I have a
As
nose
you-
for things.
As you travel along, staring intently at the two, trying to not make it so obvious. A small head appears just over top of your shoulder. Do you think they bite each other?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
see,
I
that's
mean,
where get
I
my-
think she wants to bite him, you know, but I think
Hmm.
it's so typical of men. I don't think I think I'm pretty good at this, but you never know when someone's looking at you that way, you know? Like they don't know. Like if he knew, I think he'd make a move, right? I mean, Joy seems like a wonderful lady, you know. But
If there's one thing that Blech has learned over time, is the ways of the heart are very strange between the two. The ladies seem to be very apparent, while the men have no idea. What they should really do is speak from the heart, tell each other how they feel, and then bite.
Okay.
see that I agree. Although I will say, Bleck, I'm surprised that you gave that information to me so willingly.
Ah!
It's all right. He's just gonna pat him. Like you know.
Ah! I will rub harder.
And you can hear him physically rubbing back and forth on the binds on his hands.
He's gonna start chafing.
I already have.
I think that was there before the rope.
That's all I wanted to do.
Okay, fair enough. As you continue forwards, all looking towards the skies, a strange feeling sinks into each of your minds. I need each of you to make a history check for me
Oh no. Wait, with our new characters, right?
with your new character.
Say 16 for me.
Ooh, 18. Suck it, Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby.
It's uncalled for.
I
I
gotta-
thought we were on the
I
same
gotta-
team here.
Not me and you. We
Yeah,
never
I got
have.
Never,
15.
never me and you.
Do I have to suck it too? I got a 14. I don't want to suck it.
Oh, okay, then you don't have to. It's
You're
okay.
one stage lower of sucking it. Yeah.
It is a consensual sucking it.
Jesus
Wait.
Christ.
I don't know. It didn't sound.
I retract all
Mark!
statements I just made.
Beck, what'd you get?
16. Thanks for asking.
winning.
I appreciate it. I'm trying here.
Sorry, Raina, you rolled an 18?
That is correct.
Dead. Instantly dead. Don't remember too much history and die.
All the knowledge.
You remember your past
Death by
life
knowledge,
and start
that's-
panicking.
Oh,
You take 3,082 memory damage.
a lot.
Trauma
Painful.
damage.
Are you still up? Rune. Or should I say Sparkles?
Sprinkles.
Sprinkles. My apologies.
Same thing.
As you watch the clouds high above, you feel in the back of your mind a memory, an odd feeling of a memory. Like something has been put there like a voice is calling out that you remember, but you don't. As you all continue forward, the sun starts to set. And just as you watch the sun now disappearing behind the Bomb Spine Mountains, the world whisks away again, putting you in another time and place. In an instant, you are now standing in front of the gates of the Emerald Empire, very close to the stables where you obtained your horses. As you begin to proceed, the night is now fully upon you, as torches now line the gatehouse. A few guards stand in front. They seem to be stopping the individuals that are coming in to enter the Emerald City. And as you approach with your turn to enter, they stop you.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. What's this all now then? Oh, you're all from the... What do they call that mage's hole again? Right, the Emerald Mages.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct.
You can tell because we have the special cloaks for it.
Yes, all them fancy cloaks that they seem to wear. And it seems you brought a little friend back with you. Haven't seen a rock gnome around these parts in a very long time.
Yeah, cool. So we'll be going in.
Well, not so fast. There is, of
Then-
course, a few questions that we have to ask. Bringing a creature like that into the city.
Creature, I mean,
Okay.
this is Black. This is a guy, you know?
He doesn't look that black.
I'm sorry.
What?
No, with an E.
Black is how do you spell that? Black.
Yeah, like that.
Right. Yeah.
I want to see every YouTube comment write that correctly. Just I want to say that in the chat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, of course, bringing a creature in like that
What's with the creature thing?
might cause some danger. Don't know if we should let you in. But of
He's
course,
bound up pretty tight.
those pesky ones, they can get away. They're very, very clever. But of course, for possibly some level of remuneration, I'm sure we can come to some kind of agreement.
What did you have in mind?
He begins to look and pick a little bit at his fingertips.
We're having a bit of affinity to shiny things, you know, gold, silver. I would say gold or silver.
We're just gonna lean over to Ginku and Joyce. Almost said Clarabelle again. Sorry. And sort of say, is this normal, or is there fair to get through? Like, what is this?
I've seen something like this before. They're just trying to fluff you up a little bit. Just stand your ground. You'll be good.
Okay.
Rune will stand there. She just stands. She stands harder.
Literally standing your ground.
She furrows her brow and just stares at the guy.
Okay, go ahead and make an intimidation check for me.
Super effective.
Nice.
And technically speaking, the gods are pleased at this point from your performance. So you can go ahead and roll with advantage.
Heck
Wow.
yes.
No dark heart today?
Wow.
Dang.
That's lacking.
All right. Sorry, intimidation. Oh, it's a +5. I rolled a 13.
How do you have a +5 with a wizard?
I'm a sorcerer, thank you very much. Charisma is my greatest
is,
strength. And I am
Oh.
proficient for whatever reason.
Success. Success.
As Rune gets off her horse and standing in front of them not towering over her, but easily at least a foot higher than her. They start by looking down at you, and they fold their arms as well, trying to mimic you. What? What? Why is she looking at us like that? What? Say something. She's kind of freaking me out a little bit.
I think it's a bathroom related thing. Do you have a washroom here we can use inside?
It's not a bathroom thing. I'm gonna stand here until you let us through. I know your game.
She got one of those crazy eyes. See the one that just keeps twitching on the right side there? Are you
I looked at
casting
that.
a spell on us?
You didn't see me do anything. Or
Go ahead and
maybe
make a
I did.
deception.
Maybe the longer you wait, the more chance of me casting a spell on you.
Sorry, what do you want from me?
Go ahead and make a deception check for me.
Rolled a 14.
Also, they got a
Why
dark
did-
heart, just so you know.
Oh,
fuck
you also
off.
go ahead and roll
Oh,
with
nice.
this.
Good job.
Yeah. Good job, Cass.
Courtesy of Cass.
Okay,
You know,
first of all,
that's chat
fuck
coming
you all.
together.
I rolled a nat 20, and then my lower roll is the 14. My deception is a +5, so that is
Nice.
still a 19.
Yes.
Pretty good.
God damn. Sorcerers are deadly.
I'm so proud of you.
Yes, let Rune live in her only time she gets to be charismatic.
You're not lying to us, are you? Why doesn't she say anything faster? She's freaking
Well-
me out. All right, enough. You go through. Mages. He
Made the
kind of
right choice.
shifts to the side.
That's actually pretty cool of you. Well done.
Thank you for your service.
What?
Sometimes, Vea, it's good to think about what you're gonna say before you say it, so long that you don't even say anything.
I'm gonna call bullshit on that and think that you didn't have anything prepared.
Yeah, it didn't
Well-
make sense to stand out here if you want in there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, this just
I
seemed
don't
like
get
dumb
that.
luck.
I think this worked out a lot better. I'd much prefer not to ever have to say anything again. I'm taking a page from your book, and she's gonna offer a high five to Rune.
Rune will definitely take it, and she'll try and go one step too far. You know when you do the elbow thing, and
Like
you,
we're going rolling
But-
on this.
but you know you hit here, but then you
Yep.
try and meet on the way down. So Rune's gonna try and do the double.
Oh,
Nope.
you just massively increased a DC on this performance check to both of you.
Yes.
What?
Hey, you initiated this, Beck.
Ah, okay.
This is also a memory, so it's also canon how this goes.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yep. Sorry, are we actually rolling a performance check right now?
Absolutely, you are.
Okay. All right.
And
This
you
is all
both
her,
have to.
though. Oh,
You
no,
guys
I
have to
failed.
both match your rolls for it to succeed.
Oh no, I rolled a 16. Come on, Vea.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. We were so close. I was a 17.
Come on, Dave!
So close. I even have a
They hit
minus
pinkies on
one.
the second one.
I had a
We gotta
minus
hit
one to
something.
my performance. So, like, we're so close.
All
Plus,
right.
we did a poor job. So, isn't that like a -1 in addition to mine? Because I didn't follow through with the high five.
The upper high five goes off without
That's
any
insane.
concern. In fact, it's a clap heard round the world.
Crisp.
Yeah.
Crisp, deep, solid high five.
Mhm.
Strong.
And with your confidence in your fiving abilities, you decide to take it one step further.
Well, she did.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
that's
ditching
fair.
you at this moment.
leaving beef high or low on the down low.
No.
Yeah, because if you go like this and then you're coming around on the other side, it's on the down low.
But I didn't leave the high.
No, you got the high. The high was
Discussing the
clap heard round
dynamics
the
of
world.
a high five was not on my bingo card today.
No, listen, it wasn't on
Very
my
important.
This is D&D,
Is
Bobby,
there a rule
okay?
for this? There's got to be a rule for this.
There are certain mechanics and stages of the high five and appropriate terminology.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
Oh,
Vea gets inspiration just because.
Thank you.
what the hell?
However, as Vea only intending to give the highest of fives, Rune taking it one step further, swinging her arm around like a perfect pendulum,
Mhm.
coming around on the other side. You hear one other clap, but only a single.
What? What did I make
Sure what the
contact with?
implication of that is.
Somebody's
did
clap
Rude-
butts.
I mean, we just talked about the mechanics
Clapping
of all of
cheeks.
this.
No!
So I will leave it to your imagination to what the other clap came from.
Oh
No,
my
I
God.
please don't, because I don't actually know what to imagine here.
Perfect.
I think
The sound
just-
of one hand clapping.
I just
It's a proverb from Dave.
Is that oh, it's a proverb.
It's
Okay.
really, it's a life lesson.
I
when
get
you
it.
Think about it. It
Okay.
really is about standing alone in friendship.
Yes. I did just get a gods are pleased. Could we try for a round two?
this is the most important part of this episode right now.
Are we desperate or sad? I don't know.
Both.
Be both.
You can always try again.
Okay, let's go. Ready?
Frustrated, Vea turns back around. We have to get this right. Please, just get on my level. And she's going to encourage you to like squat for this high five. Because obviously
Okay.
there's a huge height difference. And that's why we didn't get it the first time.
Right.
Obviously.
Right. Rune gets into the most serious squat she's ever squatted in her whole life.
The most serious squat.
Okay.
I'll
Are
set
we-
the bar.
Okay.
It's an 11.
Fuck. With your, is that just your straight roll, or are you?
Well, it was
adding...
a 12, but I -1.
Oh, okay, great. Okay. Wait, I'm performance. Mine's a +5. So what am I?
Oh no!
Need a 6.
Okay. All right. Come on.
Come on!
I rolled an 8. Ah!
You're too
Good.
good.
2 off that time.
Too strong.
1 off and then 2 off. That's actually
Getting
not
worse.
bad.
You know,
Albert's a thumb to
again,
eye.
the highest of fives connect no problem.
Yep.
And then on the low down, you touch tips, and that's about it.
This is stupid and I hate you now. And Vea's gonna stomp off. Like, this is frustrating and you embarrassed her.
This is your
Okay.
fault.
Look what you made
As-
me do
as-
in front of my friends.
As Vea stomps off, Joyce comes up to join you on the side, Ruin, and leans in and says, "Is she always like this?"
Yeah.
Hmm. You'll get her
I've
one
never-
day.
I know. One day.
She gives you a nice little pat on the back before following behind Vea. Ginku following closely behind as they continue to march towards the mage hall.
I just want to clarify, it is always the responsibility of the tall person to make the high fives accessible.
Okay.
Short people can
Wow.
only do so much.
Really?
The more you know.
Listen. I was controlled by the dice. All right.
Yes. Sure. I'm just deeply offended. It's okay.
Okay.
As you all proceed back to the guild hall, walking in through its grand entrance doors, a few of the mages stop to look at the tied-up rock gnome behind you. A number of whispers as you walk through. First looking at Ginku, looking at Joyce, looking at the rest of you, and then drawing in on the rock gnome. You can tell this is a very chatty guild. But
Should we be chatting? Oh, sorry.
But you continue to move forward, eventually finding your way, being led by Joyce, to another large door. You can see a sign directly beside the door that reads Glenda, assumably her office. She turns back to the group. All right, gang. Are we ready?
Wait, what are we like? What are we? Are we selling a pitch? Like, what are we ready about?
No, we did what we were meant to do.
Oh, okay.
We report back what we learned, what we didn't learn
Mhm.
from you, Black. Hand Black over, and I assume whatever weird streamlined situation we're in right now will proceed. I think.
Yeah, and hey, maybe we could work my muscles in there somehow. Like, just bring it up, mention it.
Why are you obsessed with your muscles?
I don't have these back home.
I don't know. I think you look just fine.
You don't have them back home?
I mean, look at me. They are the pythons. Come on, I can rip someone in half, which we haven't done yet. Why wouldn't we?
We could probably try when we get back. I don't know.
No,
You
absolutely.
always
can't
wear
do it
long
as
sleeves.
Al.
I don't know if you have.
I can only do
Muscles
it as
back
the
home.
all-powerful Steve.
Steve is very powerful.
Don't get me wrong, Faye. I'll try it when we get back, but I don't know if we'll like the outcome.
Well, I'll work out with you. I'd be happy to be able to rip things apart with my bare hands.
Might be onto something.
We could be workout buddies. You can go running with me. I think I could have like an extra pair of clogs somewhere.
I could teach you how to rip things up with bare hands, like with bare hands.
Okay.
How is that helpful? Where is he gonna get bare hands? Put them on like puppet sleeves?
Just gotta
Okay.
hang out with some
Fine,
mushrooms, and then bing bang boom.
Okay.
Is that in the brain? This doesn't work.
I'm gonna knock on the door while we're out talking and having this conversation.
Glenda from behind the door. It's open.
Well, go on in.
Me first? All right.
You're the one who knocked.
Hop on in.
You all walk through the thresholds. Rune, make another history check for me.
Oh no.
That's a 4.
Oh
Come
no. I rolled a 5.
Oh, I was so
Well-
close.
17? That's pretty good, right? Is it
Wait,
good enough?
No, Beck, I told
You don't get to
told
roll.
Rune to roll.
Oh, I thought you said oh. I'm sorry.
Take Beck's roll instead. It's better.
Think
Yeah,
about what
listen.
you've done.
I'm
Take
in a
minute.
wizard's body now. I'm trying to be intelligent. There's just things that happen. Never mind. Vay goes and hits her head against the wall for a while.
Rune, as you walk through the door, again, the memory just sits. It's very jarring. However, your attention is immediately drawn to Glenda as she stands up from her desk. Ah! Our triumphant heroes return. And you
Yes.
brought a guest, I see. Bleh, immediately seeing the stature of Glenda and all of the seemingly positivity that she represents, immediately hides behind Barrack.
Yeah. Picked this little guy up in the swamp. Was controlling a golem. It might have been the magic that maybe was pinging y'all.
He pops his head out from behind you.
I'll tell you nothing.
Yeah, and he'll tell you nothing. He'll tell you everything. Just don't torture him.
You can torture me all you want. I will tell you nothing. I will not tell you of the Gnome King. I will not tell you of the Coven. I will not tell you my name of Black.
It goes on like that for a while.
He hides once again behind.
Yeah, but I don't know. Does someone want to give the report of everything that we found out? I remember, but if someone else wants to, not so good at saying words too good sometimes.
What about the dark crystals that have come down?
Yeah.
Those?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The
We found out-
uprising in the mountains?
Maybe elaborate on those. Yeah.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
Thea, go for it. Go
Ugh.
for it.
Yeah, you're smart.
Okay, she'll shoot daggers at you for that. With a 17, she remembers something, maybe. It's useful for something. Yeah, no, there was like, just, I hate you all. We found some people who, well, they didn't survive. Probably because of someone's golem, but they've been collecting crystals and they're starting an uprising over in the mountain. The king is working with witches or something like that. It's going to get really dangerous very fast.
In a
Also,
fortnight. Didn't
have
they say-
you?
Yeah.
Something like that, I think. Also, have you noticed the sky recently? That a seasonal thing here, or
Yeah, is it usually kind of pink and ominous?
No. We noted that as well while you were all away. And I fear the worst. There was once an individual, a great warrior of the Emerald Empire. She came from a very, very far place. She vanquished the foes, our foes. And in return, were gifted a particular item. Strangely enough, a pair of ruby red slippers. She had found them on an old associate of mine who was evil to their core. I feel those slippers held an evil inside of them. This is all speculation. Pardon me from my mind for wandering. But the red skies, they do bring concern. She walks from around her desk and directly up to Black. It is a pleasure to meet you, our esteemed guest. Your companions, your liaisons, they mentioned something about crystals. Is there anything you could tell us a bit more about that?
No, I will not tell of the black crystals that fell from the sky. I will not tell you that we search for them. In the name of the almighty rock, Gnome King.
yeah, tell her how you're not going to tell her about that that you were like pooling them together and stuff.
We were not
you
pooling
were-
them together.
How you totally weren't implanting them into folk.
We were not implanting them into folk yet.
Now it totally doesn't cause some possessive type magic to occur.
It does not embed evil into those individuals.
Right,
There you
and
go.
you should mention how we wouldn't have caught you except for my big muscles. It saved the day.
All right.
Why? You should mention it. I'm just saying. Bring
I
it
mean,
up.
what did I call you? Lily pad? What was it?
Steve.
Steve, that was the one. Steve.
Well, thank you for not telling us anything, Blair. Your silence is admirable.
Steel trap.
Yeah.
She looks to all of you. Please close the door. As Joyce, with a strange look on her face of curiosity, now walks over towards the large double door sets, closing them. What Blech does not speak of is of legend. I, for one, have never seen one and never thought it actually true. What he speaks of are known as chaos shards. What do you know of the ward's departure?
Nothing.
Not very good with your history, then.
Should have rolled a 17.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Something keeps nagging at me. It's like I forgot something, but yeah, no.
The chaos shards are the aftermath of the wards leaving the world. You're all aware of the parade of the night sky, that the wards sit beyond the veil and peer through the holes of that veil on the world around us, blessing us with their magics. There was a time where there was no holes in the sky, as they say. However, as they were dispelled from the world, the material plane, that is, those holes were ripped through the veil. And in their place fell many of these chaos shards that Blech and his companions do not seek.
Right.
They are an abomination. A testament to the wards being vanquished from this realm. They are the holes that fell from the sky.
That doesn't make any sense.
Why would they just fall?
Well, how holes fall?
Yeah.
It's a hole. It's not a physical thing. It's the absence of a thing.
Yeah, it's more of like a circumference.
I think the thing falling left the hole, no?
Maybe it's metaphorical.
Is
Where
it
did they originally
metaphorical?
come from, though?
Well, first off, not metaphorical at all. In fact, in pure reality. The holes that were punctured in the night sky created small windows that the wards continue to peer through. Night sky is dark, is it not?
Right.
And before there were any constellations in the skies above, the veil was what separated us from the chaos, from the darkness that bleeds out beyond that of our realm. As the wards passed through the veil, tiny shards of that veil broke free and fell towards the grounds. Those are where the shards come from.
Okay, so what do we have to do? Put them back? Like what?
Well,
I
I'm
don't-
not tall enough to do that.
Yeah, none of
No,
us
she
are.
is not.
Okay. I already made the point. You don't have to double down on it.
Just agreeing with you.
If I could interject just for a moment, I don't think the goal is to return the shards back up to the sky. If I'm understanding correctly, that would close off all magic from this world. I think it's a evil that has polluted our grounds.
Okay, so we want to destroy them all.
Everybody turns towards Glenda, looking for an answer. As I said, I've never seen one myself. These are typically in stories and legends.
But assuming it were true, what would the legend be in terms of destroying them or otherwise being rid of them?
Yeah, all legends start from somewhere. So where did the story come from?
It has been passed down by our sages for generations, if not more. And to be honest, I have no idea where to start.
Okay.
That was
Well, we should
really
probably
helpful.
start by collecting them, right? And then we can figure out if we can destroy them or something.
Yeah, but what's the point of collecting them here?
Yeah. Well, oh yeah. I keep thinking we're back in time, but we're not back in time. We're in a memory.
Probably depends how many
Excuse
shards
us
there
while
are,
we
right?
converse. Just
Maybe
sort of
they can-
slightly turns from Glenda.
What about if at this point they start working on a tool that can at least locate the shards, right?
Yeah.
It may be helpful for finding out where some of them might be now,
Yeah.
but
Well, let me ask this, Glenda.
Hmm.
Do you know the Gnome King? Or of the Gnome King?
Yes, a being that lies far beyond the Bomb Spine Mountains. We have stayed cordial to a certain extent, understanding that he controls the west and we control the east.
That's great. So maybe. So Black did not tell us that they were already trying to collect these chaos shards. So what if both sides work together?
It's a good idea. Worth a shot, right?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we need to really find out what the Gnome King really wants to do with them. Or
Sounds like-
maybe we double cross the Gnome King and pretend to be allies and find out how they're tracking them down, because the Gnome King might be working with the Coven, right?
The Gnome King is far too intelligent and powerful. He will see through your deception, but not that I would say anything.
Oh no.
I mean, guys, any plan we make here, I feel like it's already been done.
Right. Just let the current take us.
I know, but aren't we supposed to be the people
we need
making
to
the
think how
plans?
to. But I think if we're look, Ginku brought us back here so that we could witness this stuff. But on top of that, maybe we should start thinking how we can use knowing and seeing these memories to help us in the future. Having
Right.
insight can be helpful, right? I mean,
So you think this is like a recon only sort of mission?
we know they exist in the future, so we know they don't succeed, at least not in destroying all of these things.
Right.
But maybe we can find out if they destroyed any of them.
How many there might be?
How did they do it?
And we currently don't live under the Gnome King back home either, so, that doesn't go that way for them.
I
That's
don't
true.
know. I've never left Star Tier. I don't know for all I know, he was 2 towns over.
I think we would know.
Right. Okay.
I'm gonna
So
try
we can't
something.
change anything.
Hold on.
Oh.
And Rune's gonna
She's a bird.
Go into it.
Yeah. Rune's just gonna like try and sort of like what she was doing in battle, instead of like taking control of the body that she's inhabiting, she's gonna try and like almost witness it, I guess, like an out-of-body experience, I guess.
You're gonna
And
astrally
see-
project.
Well, I know it's probably crazy powerful. I just mean like in her brain, she's gonna try and take a back seat and see if her body does something for her or speaks for her.
Ooh. Okay.
Interesting. I like
Like,
it.
are you opening up for a vessel sort of intention?
Well, she is inhabiting the body, and so
So like
far
you.
she's being controlling it, right? And so we're in a
Okay.
memory though. So
Yeah.
Rune's thinking, well, what if I stop controlling it, like Barrick
Does it
was
go
saying,
back to autopilot?
and just
Yeah.
like, sort of almost witness what the body is about to do or say?
Smart.
Right.
It's whatever. Dave can just say no,
Yeah.
shut
Worth
up,
a
and we
shot.
can move on.
Ginku
It's
doesn't
worth a
remember.
shot. No, I like it. I think it makes sense to an extent. It's dumb, but it makes sense.
It's
Thank
not-
you. Thank you.
Rune, as you close your eyes and attempt to take the back seat in this body that you inhabit, giving way to any of the physical senses around you, and just trying to be a voyeur. Suddenly, that itching, gnawing feeling in the back of your mind finally clicks. Like a voice you're hearing for the first time from a memory that never existed. You hear someone say, "Ah, so this is where I went wrong. I can fix this." You take 3 points of psychic damage as you hear what can only be related to that of the sound of a page tearing.
I'm sorry. What is is a page herring like a type of animal?
Pairing? Like a page.
A
Oh my-
page tearing. Yeah, that's the new homebrew character that I'm working on. The new animal
Page tearing private eye.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the is a page herring? A page tearing.
That's cute. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, think of the sound of tearing a page out of a book.
Okay. Fern grabs her head. Okay. So weird. Somebody is talking in my head again, and it is not Sleeping Beauty.
How many voices are you collecting up there? Is it starting to become a museum?
Rune, before you can answer, you're immediately cut off as the rest of you all of a sudden feel a massive shaking, as if an earthquake just immediately starts in the middle of the town itself.
Oh, God.
The walls shake as a number of stones, small, begin to fall from the ceiling. Immediately, Glenda snaps into attention. Just as you begin to hear screams coming from outside of the window. Rushing over to the window, you immediately look down and see chaos within the streets. Strange creatures made entirely of stone that seem to be wreaking havoc amongst the entire town. as well as some familiar sound of giant wings flapping.
Oh no.
Glenda immediately begins to command. We have to get out of here and get onto the streets to assist. She pushes past all of you, making her way through the doorway, shouting commands to anyone who will listen at this point.
Yeah, definitely
What
following
the
the
hell is
lead.
happening?
Okay.
This is when the war begins, right, guys?
I mean, I guess, and like,
Didn't the little guy say it would be a fortnight?
Yeah.
I mean, do we help? I mean, do
Yes, we were.
Of course we
here.
help.
Yeah,
But-
let's
but-
go.
we? All right.
We
It
can't
doesn't
stand
matter
by
if it's a
and watch.
memory. Yeah.
He like Barrick leans over to Al. He's like, I mean, am I crazy for thinking this would be the time to snoop on maybe like in Linda's desk and stuff, try to learn some more stuff?
No, I don't know. I mean, this has all happened with or without us, so I feel like we're here to see what's going on behind the scenes. Also,
As
Mooncock,
everyone's
we-
rushing out, I'm going to. I assume there's a desk in this office.
Yeah.
I am going to try to like quickly rush over to the desk, grab whatever, like if I see a book or papers, I'm just going to grab a handful. as
Go
we're
ahead and
running
make an
out.
investigation check for me.
14.
With a 14, you do see a book sitting there with a number of papers, as well as what looks like a small apparatus of magical nature. Unsure exactly what it is. Which one of those three objects do you want to take?
I'll take the book.
Take the book. As you take the book, stowing it away inside of your robes, you quickly follow after everyone else. Quickly, Ginku and Joyce lead you down the stairwell that you had just come up from. And as you emerge through the doors proper, you see the carnage directly in front of you. An entire army has now fallen upon the city, it seems. Stone golems as far as the eye can see, as well as more of the winged apes. You can see the look of terror on both Ginku and Joyce's face. Just as you all hear a voice in your mind's eye, a familiar voice, the voice of the elder Ginku. Something's wrong. I don't remember this. As you all walk out onto the streets, preparing yourself for battle, I need you all to roll initiative for me.
Ooh.
Okay,
We're going into war.
let's go. Let's go, team. 16.
12.
Ooh.
I got a 2, and I'm using Dave's dice, so I blame Dave.
That's fair.
17. I don't like rolling high in initiative. Don't have time to think.
Go first.
I like the map, Dave.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you
that's
kindly. As you look out on the streets below, the otherwise proper Emerald City now in flames, you see a number of creatures all around you. But there's one in particular, standing directly in the center of the crossroad. A relatively large individual that looks to be made entirely out of hay.
Oh my gosh.
Fucking scarecrow.
Flammable.
With what looks like red robes with black inlay and a very high collar.
Just realized the golems are moving. Or am I going crazy?
Oh no, these golems do cool things. You can do this. Whoa.
Oh, neat.
Wow.
Wait.
Wow.
Look at them. Look at them.
This
Animation.
crazy.
With that said, Barrick, you're up. Rune, you're on deck.
Oh, great.
Oofta. Okay, I don't have a lot of time to think. So, I am just going to move forward about 15 feet, while I sort of grasp my robes, and you see that same sort of shimmer outline around my body. I'm going to cast Mage Armor on myself, and sort of take point.
Okay. What does your mage armor look like?
It's like a light blue glow that hovers just like half an inch in front of like every part of my body, so it sort of just like silhouettes my frame. It's just this faint blue glow.
As the ethereal light kind of drapes over top of you, creating a bit of a magical cocoon around you, you steady yourself, ready for whatever might come next. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
I guess the first thing Barrick would do is, if I can, look to see if any like citizens are in immediate danger.
You can see a number of citizens that seem to be running and fleeing for their lives.
Like too many to,
most of the creatures are now in the trying to corral them in a particular area, closer to the archway at the back of the street. Others just seem to be in a complete pandemonium at this point.
Like they're trying to collect them. Okay, got it. Thank you. That's it.
Okay, Rune, you're up. What would you like to do? Vaya, you'll be on deck after a few.
All right. So Rune, being the fiery sorcerer that she is probably going to be less conservative than Barrick was. Can I just, again, I'm so sorry. I have issues with the map. Can she target someone that looks very obviously to be hurting people? So, grabbing people, whatever.
Directly to your left, you can see one of the winged apes that seems to be terrorizing a small cottage. In front of you, you can see a golem that seems to be marching down the street, as well as the individual directly in the center square who seems to be conducting most of this.
All right. So, Sprinkles.
Spronkles.
This is really evolving for you.
I'm Sprunkle.
Yeah. Okay.
Sprinkles.
Rune as Sprinkles. Again, she will use one of her sorcery points to twin her. No, I lied. Not yet. She's just going to use for her action. She's going to use a firebolt. So you're going to see her hand come up again, and right from her palm shoots a firebolt. It's to hit a 120 feet direct line.
Towards what? What are you aiming towards?
Sorry, the flying monkey thing.
Okay.
That is a. What is my to hit? Oh, it's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 absolutely hits. As you catch it directly on the shoulder, you watch as its fur bursts into a bit of flames. Immediately, it grabs towards and starts patting the flame out, just as the creature now turns its attention towards you.
Okay, so do you need damage, or was that a flare of saying it doesn't affect it at all?
No, you can go ahead and roll damage for me.
Okay, so it's 8 damage.
Okay.
And for flavor, while she's using one hand to cast Firebolt, she's going to take her other hand and come underneath and use her bonus action to cast Flaming Sphere at the 2nd level. And you just see this as she brings her hand up underneath. This ball sort of engulf the flying monkey thing, sort of like up around him. And I need dex save.
Come on, low.
That's going to be a 13.
What is my save is 13, so that means you pass, or
So as the sphere begins to overtake him, he takes half damage, but immediately spreading his wings, he begins to float up slightly above the sphere. While it does hit him, he does seem to maneuver himself out, so he takes half damage.
Okay. So yeah, I rolled a 6, so it's 3. Shit.
Okay.
Oh wait. Oh yeah, it's only 2d6. Yeah. So and for her free action, she's gonna close her eyes and say, "Can you hear me?" Try and talk to the voice.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a religion check.
Fuck me. Well, that suits this character. That's a 4.
Nice.
Damn it.
Silence.
Okay, great. That'll end my turn.
It is now Joyce's turn. She turns towards Ginku. The one in the center's got to be the one controlling him. Follow me. With that, you watch as she disappears, almost folding up into wisps of light for a moment, and disappears from view. And that's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She apparates directly beside you, Barrick, and begins to rush towards the scarecrow-like creature. So she's got 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. She makes it about there. And she is going to go ahead, and she is going to use... She puts her hands together as she begins to spin them around. Barrick, you continue to watch this. You see a globe of energy that seems to flicker between different colors, purples and pinks and reds. She's going to go ahead and cast Chromatic Orb.
Ooh. Fancy.
And with a 19 sending it thrusting towards the creature, it hits him directly within the chest, pushing him back a few feet. Okay, and he takes 9 points of damage. From there, the winged creature is going now aloft in the air, is going to fly over top of the fountains and trees as it lands harshly directly in front of the rest of the group. Vea, you feel the rocking of the ground directly below you.
Don't like that.
It is going to take 2 attacks against Rune as it raises both sets of hands in the air, looking to come down and smash.
I just remembered that these guys were hard for us to fight.
Yep.
At a higher level.
Mm-hmm.
And a thing that we actually built character-wise.
Yep.
So this is going to be a little rough, I think.
Yep. Rune's much stronger than this character.
Yeah.
In a relative state of shock of all that's going on, you're unable to move out of the way. I'm assuming that anything above a 16 hits you.
Yep.
As the fists come pounding down, you feel some of your bones almost beginning to break from the sheer force of it all. You take 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Whoa.
Okay.
That could damn near one-shot a wizard at this level.
Yep.
Maybe not a sorcerer, I don't know. Depends how you build it, I guess.
That's
I'm
about the
pretty-
same.
Not great.
about
I
the
can't
same,
take. I can't take another one of those. That's for sure. Wow.
Okay, we're fine. This is
The
fine.
scarecrow, now fully engaged with Joyce, begins to move his hands around in a strange manner, seeming to conjure something. And you watch as a number of creatures now suddenly appear, almost coming directly out of the ground.
Oh, good.
Strange mutated versions of creatures you've seen before: geese, wolf, flies, and a goat. As the wolf is going to now first engage with Joyce.
Guys, I can turn into a goose now.
A mutated goose.
Technically, this is a higher level than you could transform into right now.
It's a goose!
These are very powerful. Have you ever met one?
Have you seen
keep
this
one up.
goose?
In real life, I beat one of them.
Wow.
No,
Self-defense, though.
you can't. You cannot beat up a goose in real life.
That is a goose with 3 heads and sharp teeth.
That's a
Yeah.
I've been to
Hydra
the
goose.
pond here. We have those.
So I can turn into a Hydra goose
Yeah. When you're old enough.
when I'm level 20.
Yeah.
Immediately, the wolf targets Joyce, jumping on top of her and begins to maul her as a number of tentacles now spreading out, lashing her at the same time. She is going to take 9 points of damage.
Yeah.
The rest seem to hold and wait for the Scarecrow's command. However, you do note that these creatures seem like a strange amalgamation of other creatures that have somehow been fit together.
They seem sad. tortured.
Motherfucker.
The Biomancer
This is
being
awful.
around. Bobby.
That son of a bitch.
Yep.
Out here making shark bears and goose hydras.
I mean, the goose
I wanna
Hydra is
do
kinda
that.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my dream.
Based on Bobby's reaction, the sinking feeling finally sinks in to all of you. You are now face to face with the crow.
I actually didn't put that together.
Me either. Like, I was like, wait.
I didn't know
Like,
the biomancer was the crow.
I double took my own brain.
Oh,
It's like, wait,
Giving us
what?
credit. Oh,
gave me
it.
too much credit, but I will take it.
I
Take
thought I'd
it.
toss you guys one. I thought
Oh,
I thought you
God.
guys got it.
That little
Wow.
Anyway,
fucker.
Damn, you're up.
Cool.
What would you like to do?
cool. Well, until I saw the sad animal parade come in, I was gonna first check and see if are there any civilians? Are they all at least either dead or somewhere else?
You can see a number of individuals that seemingly lie on the ground who are unstirring at this point. A number of them try and rush around some of the creatures, trying to stay away as much as they can. Those who are caught by the creatures seem to be continued to be corralled within the archway at the end of the street.
Okay, I'm gonna look at this scarecrow, and I'm going to use fire bolts.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It seems like a smart choice, right? Like
No, that's gonna be he's
Pretty-
gonna be immune.
pretty flammable to this, right?
No, he's
So there are a number of obstacles in your way right now. You do have the giant winged ape directly in front of you. Barrick is
Yeah.
also technically in the line of sight. Joyce and the mutated
cares?
wolf. So if you can absolutely go ahead and make the attack if you want. However, it will be at disadvantage.
I'd like to barrel roll to the left or right with my 30 feet to give myself a clear enough angle. And I am legitimately rolling for flavor, but yes, like
Nice.
moving in that direction.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, you are coming out of range, but because you described it in a cool manner, I will roll the opportunity attack at disadvantage.
Fair. I respect that.
Oh.
so many do a barrel roll. They
Was
make
the-
loud.
That's going to be a 10 to hit.
10 does not hit.
10 does not hit.
Hey!
Using your
go.
muscle memory of the past body that you resided in, you were easily able to move out of the way. How many feet
Yeah.
are you moving?
Let's move at least 50. Let's go full 20, getting closer to try to move around. So maybe like 10 over and then 5 up to get closer towards our scarecrow. Can I make like, let's do 10 of those to like rolling to get away, but after a while realizing this body was not meant for it and the knees start to hurt, it just turns into like a very awkward like crawling on the ground. Bad joints. How old is this body?
as you heroically crawl on the ground
Yeah,
away from
eating dirt.
the large winged creature,
Yeah, not
you
looking
do
scared
find
at all.
yourself you do find a line of sight directly in front of Barrick.
I love that. Like next to Barrick, like am I still hitting Barrick?
No, you're about 10
Okay.
feet in front of Barrick now.
I was thinking 2 birds, 1
I'd
stone.
like to
but
walk 10 feet back before firing.
17 to hit.
17 17 just hits.
Oh, thank
Hey!
goodness.
Just hits.
Let's
It's
go.
only gonna be 4 points of fire damage, but it's 4 points.
Yep, love it.
It
Yep.
might double it. Maybe.
Come on,
With
super
fire.
effective. And he catches on fire, and we all win.
Yeah. And like before, like she screams, and that little fox mouth opens up, and a burst of fire just comes out like she's a tiny little adorable fuzzy dragon, unleashing this firebolt.
Okay.
Fire.
As the fireball flies out from your vicinity, it immediately catches the crow on fire. You see a little bit of singeing as some of the hay now catches fire. He immediately looks towards it. You can see a look of fear and panic on his face as he immediately begins to stomp it out. It does take double damage.
Yeah!
Hey!
Let's go.
That's a lucky
Is there anything
number.
else you want to do on your turn, Vea?
Nope, that's all I can do. I'm gonna just stay, I guess, huddled on the ground in fear with my mouth open. I'm now a mouth breather because it's hot. It's hot. I don't know how to handle this. Still very new to this.
Very spicy. Very
Ah!
spicy.
Let's do this?
Immediately, Ginku, now seeing his friend Joyce in danger and following her lead, is also going to apparate or disappear from view before appearing now directly beside, I guess, Barrick and Vea, as he begins to rush into combat. He's going to use the dash action as he summons his weapon. Once again, you see a version of his staff. However, it looks slightly different, more simple, more primitive than the one that you remember and are familiar with as he rushes up towards the crow. He used his dash, so that is all he can do on his turn. Al, you are up, taking us back to the top of the order, which is Barrick.
Perfect. I'm gonna do the similar. Can I just? I'm gonna run at him.
You're behind a giant ape.
Okay. You are behind a giant ape right now.
Yeah, I'd like to take the opportunity attack and try to run past him to get to the crow, and I want to punch the crow with a thunder punch. I don't know if I have the movement to do it, though.
Yeah, I was about to say,
pretty
what's your
far.
movement speed?
It is a 30 feet.
30 feet, 5, 10, 15, 25. Well, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you would be able to make it to about there between Barrick and Vea.
Okay. All right. Well,
you
we're
will
changing
take
it
the
up.
opportunity attack, though.
Nah, I'm just gonna change that. I'm just gonna punch the thing in front of me. It's easy peasy.
So you're punching as you go by it, or are you
I'm just not
actually
gonna move.
engaging with it?
I'm just gonna stay
Oh,
where I was, and I'm just gonna engage with the big thing.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I'll let these
All
guys.
right.
Al's gonna say something heroic like, "You guys go get the big guy" or whatever. You could tell he's just like he thinks he's watching a play, so he's like, "Whatever. This will be over soon."
Oh my God, what the fuck is wrong with you?
No,
Don't
it's an
live in the
interesting.
moment.
It's an interesting thing that it seems Vea and Rune are bought in and whatever, whereas like Barrick and Al are both like, nothing we do is going to change what happens in this memory or whatever.
Interesting.
Although, with Ginku saying what he said about him not remembering
He
this,
doesn't
now
remember it, yeah.
now I'm wondering. As a player, I'm wondering now.
Al assumes, he's drunk a lot.
Oh, jeez.
I'll go ahead and make an
That's
attack roll
fair.
for me.
Perfect.
Oh.
Let's go at this thing with a thunder punch. Words. Does an 8 hit? I rolled an 8.
As you rush towards the creature with full intention of wind up, ready to deck this creature, you can see a little bit of sparks and crackles of almost lightning within your fist. However, as you go to throw your blow, the creature immediately sees and parries your attack as it pushes your fist away. You punch wildly towards the air.
Son of.
Is there anything else you want to do on your turn, Al?
Yeah. As Al sort of he's like, this thing must have something, and he's gonna realize there's a little button and that he has in his glove, and he's gonna hit that. You guys sort of see a blue sort of energy field kind of form its way around the armor that he's wearing. He's like, this is weird. I don't like this. but I just cast defensive fields. So as a bonus
Cool.
action, I can recover 3 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Oh.
And that's it for me.
Okay. Oh yeah, and Minnie. I forgot all about Minnie.
Minnie
Do it,
gets a crit.
Minnie.
Get him, Minnie.
As
She's back
Minnie
in the
taking-
cafeteria eating chili.
Minnie taking the cue from Al as she moves actually, she's going to stay relatively back. And being the arcane trickster that she is going to utilize a spell she's very familiar with. Once again, pulling out her finger guns, you see 3 darts now shooting out from her hands as she casts Magic Missile. They fly up into the air before cascading down directly on the creature's shoulders, causing tiny explosions as they hit. It is going to take. Ooh. Damn, 10 points of damage.
That's
Dang,
right.
Minnie.
That's good for Magic Missile.
Woo! Look at
I
this
should
little
go-
badass.
I should roll for Jess more often. Which is now going to take us back up to the top of the round with Barrick.
Pinky guns, Jess says in chat. Thanks, Jess. We can hear it now.
Barrick, extremely frustrated with this scarecrow. Now knowing, or at least assuming, who and what they are. Kind of searches within himself and tries to conjure fire, but comes up short and realizes that he doesn't seem to have the capability, unfortunately.
Okay.
And so frustrated, he sort of turns around and in one motion, it almost is like he's scooping into the air and grabs this fistful of like bile that sort of starts to. Sorry, Moose is playing with his bone in the background. That's great timing.
Very interested.
And it's going to come slinging towards the creature to try to break up so that we can like reconvene with the group. And I'm casting Ray of Sickness.
Sorry, and who are you? Sorry, who was it
level.
against?
I'm aiming at the gorilla in between our group right now so that we can not have that barrier.
Okay.
And that is a 8 to hit. I know.
Is that
He's
Moose
like, "You
granting
terrible."
You could
inspiration?
do better than that. Yeah. He's...
That sounded like inspiration, but it doesn't work for attack rolls. But
As you attempt to conjure the sickness, the types of magic that you are using just seem too foreign to you at this point, as it shoots off wildly in the air, feeling very strange to you. Barrick, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
sure.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
he is having a ball right
oh
now.
no, Moose.
It's a 15 for perception.
With a 15, a familiar sense you start to feel over your shoulder, over your left shoulder. As you turn back and look, strangely enough, seated just behind some of the cases that rest, or sheds, I guess you would consider them, beside the building proper, 2 white wolves are seated.
They followed me in. That's weird.
Anything else you want to do on your turn, Barrick?
Yeah. I have some movement, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna get as close to that as I can.
So, sorry, what is
Staying
that?
without where I see the wolves.
Okay. How much movement speed do you have?
I have 30.
Do you want to use the full 30 feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. This could be a trap.
It takes 5, 10, 15, about
How
15
far are
to
they?
20 feet towards the wolves.
I'm gonna give myself a 5-foot barrier to try to. So I want to get closer to kind of gauge their intentions. I
As
understand
you
if I have to wait till next turn to do that. I get that.
as you begin to make your way over towards the wolves, go ahead and make an insight check for me. As you begin to peer towards them, wondering exactly what is happening.
It's a 17.
With a 17, you make your way about 5 feet before the wolves, both of now immediately standing up at your attention. As one looks towards you and begins to speak.
Motherfuckers can talk.
Oh, shit.
Hey,
Boom.
I'm a talking dog.
Rune, what would you like to do on your turn?
Well, do that, Dave. I don't know if you know, but you're frozen.
I know, I'll fix it. I put a note in the group chat. I'll fix it at break.
Sorry, I didn't see it. Okay, so Rude will, okay, does she see Barrack being weird? Or no?
At this point, you can go ahead and roll a perception check at disadvantage, but you do have a giant winged ape directly in front of you.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Wow, I rolled a nat 20. And a 15 plus 0 for perception, so 15.
You do see Barrack begin to move over to the side. However, you did see before that his intent was on the creature.
Okay, so Rune just clocks that, and she will move her fire circle sphere thing. As a bonus action, she can move it, and she will move it to encompass the thing in front of her.
Okay.
So I need a dex save.
Okay. That is going to be a 12.
Nice! That's 8 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And
You watch as some of its fur begins to singe from the fires that now envelop it within this sphere. How big is the sphere?
it's like 5 feet.
Okay,
Like,
yeah,
so it
you're
just-
fine then.
Yeah. It is burning right in front of her face, and she is looking epically straight into it as a fire sorcerer. Question, just because I can't see the map, do I have a straight line of attack between the ape thingy and the hay man, the straw man?
You could probably. No, there's too many opponents. Ginku's in the way, Joyce is in the way, the wolf's in the way, Vea's slightly in the way.
Okay.
You have my permission. Do what you need to do.
Oh my god. You have no idea. you don't want my permission. It's a giant fucking wall of fire.
You do what you gotta do.
Do it.
No regret.
I think okay, so Rune will she will use her second level spell slot for her action, and she will use Burning Hands. She will also use a sorcery point to twin her spell. So she will fire one at the thing in front of her because she is terrified she's going to die on the next go, and she will fire the other one at the oh wait, it's a cone. Fuck me. Never mind, I take it back. Okay. Fuck, do I have any directed attacks? So sorry.
I don't learn from my mistakes. Listen, if you gotta do what you gotta do, I will not be mad at you.
How many people would I hit
Enter.
in a 30-foot long line of flame, Dave?
How many people would you hit in a direct line of flame?
30 feet.
Yeah,
straight
casually.
line. Yeah. I can't see, I'm sorry.
From where
I
you are
deserve this for getting
now,
in the way.
you would-
Absolutely.
you'd probably, if you moved just to the other side of the 8, but stayed within range, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, you'd hit Joyce. And possibly Vea.
You can hit Joyce
okay with
and
it.
possibly Vea if you'd like.
All right. So, okay, I can't do shit. So,
Hit
Rude
me.
will- I can't. Dude.
Just hit you for no
Do what you
reason.
need to do.
Yeah,
not just
no
me,
reason
just
whatsoever.
me.
Just hit me.
Yeah, I can't even reach the straw guy.
We might be destroying Ginku's memories where like he sees his own friends killing his own friends.
Yeah, Jesus.
But
Okay.
it's fine.
How it went.
So then I can't twin a spell that is a deck save, right?
Sorry, say again.
Hold on. You can spend sorcery points equal to spell's level to target a second creature in range with the same spell as long as the spell is targeted more than one. Fuck it. Okay, so then instead, I'm so sorry. No! Where'd my fucking thing go? Okay. Meta magic, careful spell, up to 3 creatures. So if I moved so that I could hit the thing with the wall of fire that I have. It's not wall of fire, but whatever.
No, I need to know what the spell is. You can't just be like the wall of fire, but not the
Okay.
wall of fire.
It's a
This
30-foot
spell-
line.
Yeah, a
That's
30-foot
all.
line of fire. Essentially, it's called Agonat.
Do you want to get into the? You want to position yourself so you can hit the crow? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, without leaving the.
You
I
can't.
don't want to take. Oh, okay.
You don't have the space to do it. Like there's still, even if you moved within just staying in range, you're still 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, about 50 feet away from the crow.
Jesus fucking Christ. All right, fine. So then we'll just go back to plan A. I won't use a sorcery point because I can't. And I will use Burning Hands at 2nd level on the thing in front of me. I need a
Okay.
dex save again.
All right.
Should have grabbed that one that gives you more distance.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah.
Long strider.
The meta magic.
Oh yeah.
Reaching forward, you grab onto the creature as your hands begin to burn with fire.
No, it's not a touch. It's not a touch. No, it's confusing.
Really? That's weird.
Yeah, I know. It's called Burning Hands because to cast a spell, you put your hands up and you create a triangle with your hands, and then a fire
Diamond Dallas
shoots out
Page,
from
nice.
you. Yeah, okay. She does that. Sorry, I'm trying
Okay,
to rush through
fair
my
enough.
turn.
Oh, that's
it's
what
taking
I
so
was
long.
imagining, just like a
Trying
little
to
hat.
rush it. It's been 20 minutes. It's been 20 minutes.
I'm sorry. Okay, yeah.
That's a 7.
Okay, you fail. That is 18 points of fire damage.
Damn.
Holy shit.
Worth it.
As the flames, like a flamethrower, eject from the triangle that you're making with your hands. You watch as a large portion of its body now goes up in flames. It calls out and screams in pain. You watch as some of the fur now burning away, where half of its body is completely bald. It is not looking good.
Good, because I'm not either.
All right, fair enough.
Okay. Yeah.
I just realized that these gorillas look like the gorillas from Dragon Ball Z. Only with an
Fair.
extra set of arms.
A
Yeah.
little
Am I
bit, yeah.
crazy?
No, I see
Yeah.
it.
Okay. I had to
Would
say
you
that.
remove the
It's
top
been
arms or the
bothering
bottom
me.
arms?
All right. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn, Rune?
No.
Okay. Moving on to Joyce. She fumbles back and forth with this strange mutated wolf on top of her, trying to push its jaw away. She pushes it off to the side before she stands up once again. Now standing toe to toe with the creature. She is going to. Hang on, I gotta look something up quickly.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
I promise it'll be faster.
You too. It's the problem with jumping into the body of another character.
Who are they?
Yeah. There's so many things I want to do as Rune. Hashtag heal would be nice right about now.
Mhm.
You think I don't want to be a bear right now?
Yeah, I know.
Pummeling through here.
To focus her attention as suddenly those within the vicinity hear the distant sounds of bells now beginning to toll as she casts Toll the Dead on the wolf in front of her.
Oh.
It's a wisdom saving throw, which it takes a 7 on, which is a D4 or D8, which is 2 points. The necrosis now seeping up through its veins as the mists begin to rise from the floor, like that of a graveyard, as it pierces into its skin. Its veins now turning a strange purplish black. And that is all she can do on her turn. Vea, you are on deck, but it's a lot of creatures' turns right now.
Okay. Let's see if I live that long.
All right. Turning towards Al and Rune, it is going to make 2 attacks against both of you. Or
Okay.
Bring it on.
make its 2 attacks against both of you. As it uses 2 of its claws to simultaneously swipe once towards Rune and once towards Al. Okay, and Al, 14 to hit.
No.
Okay. And Rune with a 10 to
tanky
hit.
wizard boy.
19 AC, baby.
What'd you say, Dave?
10 to hit.
Yeah, that doesn't hit. Thank fuck.
All right. The pain and flames that is still engulfed in, you're easily able to evade as it begins to move slowly and wildly. All right.
Dave, can I say that he makes contact with me, but my sheer massive muscle makes it so it's mostly like punching a rock, you know? It's like,
it's
yeah,
exactly. You
yeah,
are
if
such
he
a
gets the
jacked.
vibration in his arm, and yeah.
You are the Giga Chad of the wizarding world right now.
Thanks, Dave. I
Yeah.
needed that. I really needed
Mhm.
Rune rolls her eyes.
that. Rune or Reyna?
Both. Simultaneously, both. And Sprinkles. All 3 of us.
Yeah. Get a lot of
Roll our
voices in that head.
Yeah.
All right. With that, the mutated wolf is now going to continue its attack upon Joyce as it opens up its pincer-like mouth, its jaws splitting open like that of like the Stranger Things creature, as it's going to try and take a large chunk out of Joyce.
The
Ooh.
Demigorgon?
Yeah.
Like a flower?
Yeah, that's a better way. Of
I like
putting it,
that.
like
That's
a flower.
creepy.
Yeah. With a nat 20.
No.
Don't do that.
It chomps down directly on her arm. You hear a loud screech as looking up towards Joyce. Barrick, you can see over as you peer over your side. It's bitten directly through her arm as you hear a snapping noise as one of her arms now basically dangles from the remaining skin. She takes 16 points of damage and is looking very, very hurt at this point.
Ugh.
Oh no.
The scarecrow, now seeing Ginku directly in front of it, uses its domain over the remaining creatures to attack. First, the Hydra Goose, many of its heads flaring, snapping its maw with the sharp teeth inside as it's going to make its attack against Ginku. With a 19, that's going to hit. For 8 points of damage, it snaps down directly on him. He tries to pull it off with some vigor, leaving large gashes in his arm. The giant mutated fly now coming over as it rears its back up on its hind legs as it flies. You see it puff its chest out as it dispels an enormous amount of a greenish acidic substance. Uh, 14. That just hits. Ginku now taking another 3 points of damage. And finally, the mutated goat is going to make its way over. With its sharp, large horns, it's going to try and gore Ginku.
And this was the time that the party thought, man, I hope this isn't like you die in the game, you die in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
We just wake up after this, right?
Ugh.
You, Barrick, now watching the scene behind you, standing in front of the wolves, you watch as the goat gores directly into Ginku's stomach. Blood now starting to spurt out onto the ground amidst the acidic burn marks on one side of his body, the gashes on the other side of his body.
Ginku, huh?
He's fine.
As
Walk it off.
the crow now looking at a wounded Ginku who seems a little wobbly, very scared on his feet at this point, is going to use its large, sharp claws. Sharp being the fact that it is made of some type of almost a perverted magic type of hay. And he's going to just try and thrust his claw directly into the holes that the goat just made.
Make some new ones, you wuss. Don't use the other ones.
A sickening gurgle comes from Ginku's mouth as the crow now makes contact, stabbing directly into his abdomen, lifting him off of the ground. You see blood now starting to pour from the mouth of Ginku. As this all happens, you all begin to feel slightly lightheaded. Like a sense of vertigo has overtaken you. As the world starts to bend and shift, the buildings now starting to twist in front of you. From what you can imagine, the memory is now falling apart.
What?
Our time is over.
Wait,
No.
but does that mean that Ginku is dying? Or that this is kind of like, I don't know.
No, it means he's messing with us. Genko, stop
Is he
messing with
actually
us.
dead?
I don't know.
Yeah.
As this is starting to fade, like Vea is forgetting that she's in this body. Like she just goes full force, like throwing her body into the midst of this fight. She'll fight
Okay.
until it just disappears on her.
Okay. Vea, you're up. What would you like to do?
Oh, okay. I thought we were just going.
There you go.
I thought that was
There you
it.
go.
I didn't know I'd have to deal with the consequences of my choices.
Shit, now I have to rush in.
Fade out, and that was gonna be it. Cool. Yes. Well, all right. Sensing this, let's lean into it. Sensing that this
Hell
is
yeah.
just falling apart, she's not going to bother trying to figure out the spell casting abilities of this stupid body instead, and she's going to focus on just pulling out those stupid tiny little daggers, what useless tiny weapons those are. But she doesn't have her claws that she really wants in this moment to do the damage she wants, and she just lunges, kind of using her full force, coming off of this ground as she was originally hovering from, and just throws herself in the middle of this, thinking like, it doesn't matter, who cares, maybe Barrick and Al are right, maybe none of this really matters, so why shouldn't I just do what I feel most compelled to do? And she throws herself into this mist, holding those daggers out. And as her like focus comes into place, she does accidentally cast True Strike. So that way I get to at least
Nice.
roll with my spell attack instead.
Amazing.
Fuck yeah.
As you rush in,
19.
as you rush into the mix, who are you attacking?
We're focused on the crow because it is devastating to see these poor tortured animals.
You immediately rush past a number of the creatures. That's a 4,
Ooh.
and that's a
That's
7. So you dodge past the golem standing by you. You dodge past the mutated wolf now attacking Joyce, as you find yourself situated directly beside Ginku as he's held up. Go ahead and make an attack.
That was the 19.
Oh, the 19. You easily find the side of the crow as you plunge your daggers directly into his side. Go ahead and roll some damage for me.
5 points, and we're going radiant damage thanks to True Strike. She
Nice.
plunges that into his side, expecting blood, perhaps. I don't know what scarecrows are made of on the inside. Kind of curious at this point. Do scarecrows bleed? As she digs in, actually kind of turning this into a small biology lesson now for my own curiosity. Right,
Okay.
she wiggles that knife in and lunges, using her full body now to also grapple. Can I do that? Can I as I'm throwing my body literally in as a hug for the lifetime in my attack.
Your question is answered as you plunge the blade into the scarecrow. A black ichor now starting to pour out from its side. Go ahead and make a grapple check for me.
I will.
Ink. You made him ink.
He's inking all over. This is a weak body. It's a 4.
With an 8, you attempt to grapple, but the large crow just kind of throws you off to the side.
Ah! Why are you even doing this? She's going to kind of shout out the frustration, trying to understand, because, right, as we thought earlier, it was supposed to be like a fortnight from now before all of this was supposed to happen, or anything was supposed to happen.
While the crow doesn't respond, a large malicious grin crosses his face. With that said, it's Ginku's turn. He is going to try using what life force he has left inside of him. He is going to try and cleave the arm of the scarecrow off. With an 18, he plunges his blade downward as he thrusts it down directly on the wrist of the creature. The crow lets out a foul scream, letting Ginku fall to the ground. Ginku kind of stumbles a little bit as he tries to stand, his hand now clutching his midsection, looking at the crow as his arm has clearly seen better days as it falls limp to its side. He is going to take additional 7 points of damage. And is there anything else he can do? Coughing and with blood coming out of his mouth, he turns towards Joyce. Save the others. Run. Al, you're up. What would you like to do?
Wake up now.
You slap
like-
yourself.
He's like, yeah, this is fun and all. I'm ready to get out now, Ginku. You're making it weird. That thing is alive in front of us still, correct?
It is.
Heavily damaged, though.
Yeah.
Cool. Al's gonna come in with another hit, and he's gonna be like, well, guess I'll just start smashing. And he's gonna Eldritch Bash.
Eldritch Blast it.
Eldritch Bash it.
Oh, Eldritch Bash. I like it.
Yeah, it's a whole different strategy. It's the same effect. But this time we're not going to miss, Dave, because this time...
Okay, you got this, Boo.
We're rolling with it. I got 7.
7.
Amazing.
Okay.
Trying again to punch towards the creature. It dodges out of the way of your attack. Even though damaged, it still seems to have a quick movement behind it. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
I guess. Just rotate me if you can. Kind of swing me around without leaving his movement range, so my back is to the yeah. Just put me on the other side of him. I was gonna do a little shimmy shuffle. He's like, come on, big guy, over here. Look at me, come on. That's it. Is it awkwardly quiet for anyone else?
Dave, are you there?
Sorry, I muted myself by accident.
Okay.
I was like,
Taking us back to the top of the round, you see the world now, the twisted buildings and strange loops and twists that the fountains and the water now starting to make, the elasticity holds no longer as the reality itself begins to crack all around you. Barrick.
That's me.
As you look towards the wolves, they speak. This world is no more. If you wish to save your friends, your family, your everything, come with us now.
Insight check.
Go ahead and make an insight check for me.
Oh no.
All right, dogs, you're cool.
Well, they've helped me before, but 12.
Yeah.
With a 12, considering the history you have with these white wolves, that they've saved you once before, you can't see any reason that they would be lying to you in any way. And a look on their faces. Looking at their faces, you see the icy blue eyes. And having dealt with many animals within your day, you know that there would be no reason for a wolf to lie to you. For animals don't really have the ability to lie.
Okay. So this world's fucked. No saving this situation happening.
Great. Thanks for pointing that out one more time. Yeah.
I'm just trying to. I'm talking it through myself. That's all. So then, with my turn, I'm gonna take out the book, Glenda's book, and I'm gonna cast light on it.
Okay.
And I'm going to slide it across the floor, across the cobblestone, to Al's feet. And I'm gonna go with the wolves.
Okay. As you toss the book towards Al. Al, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
I shall. Oh, this ain't good, Dave. It's a +2. I'm going to say no digital dice, and I'm going to use your dice again. So if we fail, it's your fault.
Okay, that's fair.
Well, that's a 5.
Too caught up in battle.
Light on it.
It does have light on it. Can I roll at advantage?
I'll give you advantage on it, yeah.
Yeah, all right. How can I get worse than that? Hey, it's an 18. So not
There it is.
20.
With an 18, you feel a small thud against the bottom of your shoe as you look down, looking at a glowing book. You now look up towards Barrick.
Can I see the wolves?
You do not see the wolves.
God damn it.
He'll just exchange to the best of his ability to express some kind of it's gonna be okay, you know? And I will roll performance if I have to for that to see how well I actually make that face come across.
You see a look on Barrick's face, Nate, or Al. It's a cautious yet confident one. And in typical bro fashion, Barrick gives you a solemn head nod.
You son of a bitch. If you fucking leave
And you don't say anything to Rune?
I got dogs to hang out
Barrick-
with, and you're fighting a gorilla.
Oh my god.
Barrick, you turn your head back to the wolves, letting them know that you're ready. They tell you to hold out your arm.
God, I'm gonna rip my arm off. I mean, in for a penny, in for a pound. He's gonna Gonna throw his arm out.
Holding out this body's arm, both of them immediately latch onto it with their teeth. You feel the teeth buried down into your arm.
It's Creamer all over again.
Fuck you. No, absolutely not.
He'll be fine. It's just
No.
what wolves do. They're ghost wolves. They're just stripping his physical body.
And Barrick vanishes.
Do I see him just vanish?
You do.
Well, I was very confused because first he thought the nod that he exchanged was that he had to go take a poop.
God, 8.
But now he's very confused.
Because he does ask permission.
Right. Yeah, I just
Rune-
assume Barrick's gonna
Rune,
take
you're
a
up.
battle.
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna-
scorn your brother.
I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
What do you
Rune,
want? Like a fucking. There's a big ass gorilla between us. What the
Rune, with all the will in
a
her
dream
body,
that's falling apart.
summons her brothers back just to kill him again.
What are you doing, Rune?
Fuck's sakes! All right. Well, I don't know. Does she see any of that, or is this giant ape in her way?
You can make a perception check for me.
Yeah, I will, Bobby.
I hope you roll a 2.
Well, fuck you. Well, fuck. It's a +0, so 11.
You look over to Barrick for a moment as you see him standing there before the creature in front of you lets out a loud growl again. It diverts your attention for a moment. And as you look back, Barrick is no longer there.
Okay. Well, Vern is panicking. Immediately panic. There is a giant ape in front of her, though, that's almost dead, right?
He's looking pretty beat up at this point, yeah.
Okay. Well, Rune will then, I suppose. You know what? Fuck it. She's just in panic mode. She's gonna cast magic missile at the first level, and she's gonna twin it and attack the thing in front of her. She's just like trying to get this thing out of her way now.
Okay,
to see
go ahead and roll
whatever
some
the fuck
damage
is
for me.
happening. Okay, so, and it's, oh wait, oh yeah, they just hit.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay. Ooh, and the first one is a 4 + 1, so 5. I rolled another 4, so that's 10. And then a 2, so 12 for the first set, and then another
Twinning
4.
twinning has to be on two separate creatures. It can't be on the same.
For fuck's sakes, whatever. She
I wasn't
sees
gonna
her.
say it out loud, but yeah.
She's fucking fine. She sees her friend Vea stabbing a fucking scarecrow. She'll attack the scarecrow with the other one. So
Together.
that's a 4. So 5. 2 + 3, 8. 2, 8, 9, 10, 11 points of force damage.
Okay. As the damage cascades over top of the strange ape in front of you, you watch as one of the darts now punctures directly through its chest, as it no longer stands in front of you.
Great.
The rest now targeting the crow. You watch off in the distance as a number of small, like flares, pop off directly around the crow.
In panic, she will use her movement to run quite literally through Al. She'll just sort of, not in a mean way, just like almost like she doesn't even see that he's there. And she's just going to run forward to like where she thought, like towards where Barrick was. And as she bumps past Al, she'll just say, where did Barrick go?
I thought he was going for a poop, but then he disappeared.
He ran away?
No, he like disappeared. Like he's just not here anymore.
It's my
He was there and then he's not there.
All right. It's now Joyce's turn. She's going to continue her attacks on... She's going to continue the attacks on the mutated wolf.
Where's the cow? Why isn't the cow helping?
I know.
Yeah.
Cows,
this is the
the
most
cow is
useless cow.
useless at the end of the day.
Right?
Leave Clarabelle alone.
I can't believe you remember the cow's name more than you remember Joyce's name.
I almost called her June again.
You have no idea who Ginku's girlfriend is.
I
The cow's
do.
way more important.
Joyce.
Joyce is very lovely,
Oh.
and I like Joyce in my mind. But
And the cow's name is Clementine.
okay, Clementine. just fire me. I'm just bad at it.
Okay, hold on. Vea was over here because she
One of the
jumped on
friends
the
like, I
back
don't like
of
your name. I'm
Crow.
calling you this instead.
There.
Beef.
Okay. It's actually a pretty good name.
With fury in her eyes, she reaches her hands out and conjures these strange tendrils that seem to jettison up from the ground, casting arms of Hadar.
Isn't that a
I think it's Hader, like the comedian Bill Hader. Arms of Hader.
Just his
It'd be a
arms in
much higher
particular.
spell.
Yeah.
If it were put respect on Bill Hader's name.
That's fair.
With 6
talented.
points of damage against the wolf, you watch as it tears a few of its tentacles off from its body, as well as tearing one of the wings off of the mutated fly. And that is it's her action. She doesn't have any bonus actions, so all right. With the damage that all have caused towards the scarecrow, its focus remains on Ginku, almost like it's the target. A badly wounded and beaten Ginku stands almost defensiveless against the crow. He sees his prey within that moment. He reaches forward as he grasps onto the head of Ginku. Ginku now dropping the spear as it vanishes on the ground, holding on to the wrists of the scarecrow. But it's not enough. As a loud snap is heard, as Ginku's neck now spins around to the point of where he's looking behind him.
Oh,
The lifeless body of Ginku falls to the ground. The world around you continues to crack and crumble. A darkness now forming over your visions as it begins to blur. The scene around you is no longer the city. As darkness enshrouds all of you. You hear the voice of older Ginku now ring out. No, this isn't meant to happen. But I see. I can see. I see it all. Find the bearer of light. Find her. She is nowhere.
Okay,
As
Ginku, pull
not
us out
only-
now.
As not only your visions fade, but your consciousness dip into the darkness. And that's where we're going to take a short rest.
Ooh.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Everything
Fine.
is fine.
The
Yep.
consciousness sleeping into the darkness is just us waking up and then being like, ha ha, pranked you. Fine. Barrick will be there. It's fine.
Just judging by fight turns being 6 seconds or whatever, how funny would it be if we go back to our like normal bodies and Barrick is 6 feet away with 2 wolves, like about to walk away.
You've gone nowhere.
I can explain.
So with that said, guys, we're going to take a very short rest. Apple juices, orange juices, Ginku juices, whatever the case is. I got to fix my cam. I'm sure a bunch of us have to pee. So we'll give us a few. We'll be back in a couple, guys. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. So now that you can all see me again, Feya.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As you begin to stir, opening your eyes, the first sense that you feel is what seems like a large warm bed. As you look around your immediate surroundings, you feel soft fur covering the mattress and the bed that you reside in. Looking around, you see what seems to be dyed red and black furs, with a canopy of golden thread that hangs above you. As you sit up, your surroundings don't match the cave that you expected to find yourself in. It's far more luxurious than anything you've ever known before. The walls of the tent are a deep ruby red. Rich silks drape, pinned with elegant folds that cascade like waterfalls. You see golden embroidered swirls through the fabric, creating delicate patterns of swirling vines and mythical beasts. And at the foot of the bed, an ornate suit of armor gleams in the dim light. It's a magnificent creation of red steel, polished to a mirror sheen with intricate carvings and engravings spiraling around the breastplate. You can see the gauntlets that are resting neatly beside it, each of the fingers articulated with impossible craftsmanship. As you look closely at the chest, you see an emblem. Stylized whirls of wind encircling a large ruby. And while the armor seems very alien and foreign, there's a sense of ownership there as well, as if it calls to you.
She is skeptical. Like, she'll walk up and get close to it, almost afraid of it. Like, it's not real. Is this a dream or something? Rune, are you playing a trick on me?
You don't get an answer from anyone.
She'll choose to walk past the armor, surprised that it seems almost fitted to her, perfect for her. Ruby. What the heck is Ruby? Why is this everywhere? Oh, is there a window or something that she can go to?
The fabric itself seems semi-transparent, which is very odd, as the warm sun that fills the space casts crimson shadows on the ground. And you can feel the heat. It seems drier. You get smells of exotic spices, cinnamon, saffron, mixed with an earthy smell of both leather and steel. you can hear from outside the tent's opening the sounds of, at least muffled sounds, of a busy, bustling camp. You can hear footsteps on dry ground, the clash of practice swords, and the low murmur of individuals discussing something.
Where the heck am I? How did I even get here? Is this has to be another dream. This has to be another dream of Ginku's. And she's gonna actually slap her face. Like it's gonna actually be surprisingly harder than she anticipated, but she's just kind of afraid in this moment, not knowing how she got here, what room she's in, any of this feels incredibly uncomfortable to her.
You give yourself a hard slap, closing your eyes. But as you feel the fur of your palm on your face again, the familiar snout, realization that this is not the same dream or memory that you were just in. You look down at your hands and see your familiar clawed and furred hands.
No, this isn't right. This isn't right. This isn't where I'm supposed to be. Al? Minnie? Barrick? Jeremy? You forgot there was one more, didn't you? You forgot about Jeremy.
I might have forgotten about Jeremy.
You monster.
I know. I get a dark heart for that one. As you call out at the top of your lungs, a moment later, the flaps of the tent open up as a soldier runs in, wearing similar red armor. Is everything all right, Captain?
Who are you? Do you just run into people's rooms? Who are you? Is there like she'll not seeing immediately on her a dagger or anything. She's just gonna kind of pop out her claws as a quick reaction.
Now, seeing the threat, he immediately stands at attention. I'm Talmor. I've been part of your squad for years. Is this a test, Captain?
Years. Yeah, yes. It's a test.
Did I do well?
Quick check. Soldier.
Yes.
Where are we? Details. Quick.
We're on the east border of the Bomb Spine Mountain.
Of course. The year?
The cycle is 962.
You need to be faster with these answers. This is the test, right?
Yes.
When did I become captain?
3 years ago when the general promoted you.
General. Right. Of course, the general. And that general's name is?
General Ward.
And where can I find General Ward?
She's in the general's tent, just 2 down from yours.
Specific locations. Right. You've done well. Being able to produce information real fast is helpful. You are dismissed. Thank you.
Thank you, Captain. He immediately exits your tent.
And Vea just like collapses from trying to hold all of that together. What the? What? No. 4 years. Captain. I'm not a captain. And she's taking her claws and she'll just like kind of in frustration rip it along the fabric.
You tear through some of the bedding on the sheets, feeling the fur underneath your nails as you claw at it, tearing into the mattress itself as feathers begin to burst out from the center.
Okay. Where the hell am I? Where the hell am I? I'm a captain. I'm a captain. Okay, let's play this little dream. I don't know what game is being played here, but I can play along. I can play along for now. She has no idea who she's talking to. And then a thought pops in her head just for a second. Just not on her own ever believing in any higher power at this point, but she thinks of two real quick and just shouts out in a mere desperation. Geppetto? Sleeping Beauty. God, I can't believe I'm doing this. Any of you.
You scream towards the skies, but receive
Come
no
on.
answer.
You answer those stick people. You answer rude. Can't you have an answer for me right now? Ah!
Just then, the tent flaps open up again. A familiar lion face appears. The shock is almost unbearable as you see your father now standing upright, also wearing red garb, albeit his slightly different, more of a leathered armor, typically seen for scouting parties. Vea, are you all right? I heard you shouting.
How did you get here?
Is that a trick question? You think
No.
your old man is too old?
Dad, she skips over the joke of saying yes. I was on the way to the Emerald City with Rune and Al and Barrick and Minnie and Jeremy. How did I get here?
The Emerald City,
Yes, the Emerald City. We were going with Ginku, the wizard.
Are you all right, Vea?
No, I'm not all right, Dad. I have no idea how I got here. I was in a dream state in the past with Ginku and all of my friends, and now I don't even know where we are. I've never been this far north before.
Whoa. Slow down. We had a bit of a skirmish yesterday against the Emerald Rebels. I think you might have hit in your head.
Dad, we're on the side of the Emerald City. What are you talking about?
Vea, the Emerald City has been gone for generations. We're from the Ruby City.
What? But our little town with my friends. Where's Rune?
Are you talking about your friends from years ago? You haven't mentioned their names since you started training as a cadet. Why the sudden urge to speak of them now?
I guess I miss them. Do you know where they are? I really need to see them now.
I would assume that they're back in the Ruby City, but
No,
that's...
none of us were ever in the Ruby City. There was never a Ruby City.
You're starting to worry me, Vea.
I'm very... Dad, Are they here with us? Did they come at all? Can I get a hold of them? How far are we from the Ruby City? Can I just go and find them?
Vea, calm down. Come sit with
How?
me,
Uh,
please.
how did I even get here? I was in a dream. The whole town was asleep. None of this makes sense at all. You can't be real. You look just, and she'll touch his face. She'll hold his paws, turning them over, inspecting. Like it's everything. It's him. None of this is right. Her ears just are flat back and her tail is straight down. She's just shaking with her hands clenched.
Take your time, Vea. It's all right. Breathe. Look at me. Look at me, Vea. Vea, look at me.
It's like a spell or something. Like a dream.
I believe, Vea, I believe you. I believe you. But I need you to just take a breath. For a moment, please, for me. Come sit with me, please.
Fine. I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize. You never have to apologize to me.
I don't even know what to do. This is something that I could get my sword and fight my way through. I don't know how I got here. I don't know how I lost years. I don't.
There was many years ago when you were young, you had friends, schoolyard friends.
Yes.
There was Rune and Minnie and Al and his brother
Yeah.
Sam.
Yeah.
You spent much time with them.
Yeah.
There
We
were
carved
many
our names
good-
in the tree, and
Maybe there was a tree.
it was the massive tree outside the city.
Okay. There was a large tree. There's probably a lot from the time you spent with them that you never told me about.
Okay.
Then when you became of age, you joined the ranks of the Ruby City. It's something that you've always wanted. You excelled beyond belief under the tutelage of your mother, the great General Ward.
She's a general now?
She's always been a general, Vea. When you were promoted, you were made captain. You joined us. You directly requested it, that the three of us, we would go out and find what was left of the Emerald Rebels.
Emerald Rebels. Like who? Who would we possibly chase down?
Well, our primary targets are two. Muffet and Thunderball.
No. Thunderbore taught me. He took my friends and I on a training expedition. I mean, we almost died on it, but he was on our side. I know Thunderbore. Dad, this doesn't make any sense. None of this makes sense. I don't remember the Ruby City at all. It was the Emerald City. It was we were all there was the coven. There were the witches, and they. None of this is right.
Well, just possibly think for a moment, Vea.
Okay.
I know what you're thinking right now is real to you, and I'm not trying to diminish that.
Okay.
But you did take a heavy blow yesterday during the skirmish.
Are you
Right.
sure that there might have been some repercussions, a concussion or something along those lines?
I, no, you're right. I must have hit my head.
It's all right. It's all right. We'll have one of our medics come and check you out. But this is strange to me because this is. I'm worried for you, Vea. This is your life. This is your life with us, making a difference.
Right. That's what I wanted.
This is always what you've wanted.
You're right. No, I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize, Vea.
I must be having a bad dream.
It's all right. It's all right. And if you want me to talk to your mother and take leave to go back to the Ruby City, I'm sure she'll understand. The troops, your squad, will understand.
Yeah, right. Of course. No, no, I don't want to disappoint the general. I can do this. I deserve to be captain, right? I earned it, so I should do the work for it.
Like you could ever disappoint the general.
I've never done that.
Never.
Right. I'm sorry, Dad. Thank you.
Don't have to apologize. What? Let me talk to the general.
Right.
I'll have a medic come in here to check you out. Just rest for the time being. It might have been overwhelming yesterday.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Do we have a seer or someone who speaks to Sleeping Beauty?
Not this far out, but I'm sure we can find one of the clergy. We'll call for one.
Yeah, I would really appreciate that. That would just. I'm sure it's nothing. I'm sure it's nothing at all. I'm fine. But just to make sure, just to cover and
Of course.
Yes, it's nothing. It'd just be a conversation to have.
All right. Are you sure you're all right, Vea?
Yeah. No, I'm fine. Fine. I'll put this on like I have before. She looks towards the armor. And it'll be fine. I'm sure once I'll come out do some practice sparring and
No.
It'll help. It'll recharge my memory a little bit.
All right. Just take it slow, all right? Well, why don't just to be safe, you and I can spar. We'll take some time together.
Yeah, I would appreciate that. And she, in a second there, just still realizes, as she's been going through all her thoughts, that she actually sees her dad in front of her, like sees him, like that it's him. He's safe and he's happy and he's there with her, and she just kind of collapses in a hug for him.
You feel his large, bulking arms once again wrap around you. You can feel his head or his hand on the back of your head like he typically does. You smell the scent. And in that moment, regardless of what is real and what's not, you feel home again. Al. As your eyes flutter open, your senses slowly awaken to what sounds like a murmur of voices. And the warm glow of candlelight flickering through colorful patterned glass lanterns that seem to hang above you. The scent of rich, spiced food hangs in the air, accompanied by the faint sounds of a lute playing softly somewhere in the background. As you push yourself up, you find yourself on a cushion-strewn bed in the corner of a room. The room itself is beautiful and lavish, but not overbearing. You see a number of silk curtains that hang from the ceilings, swaying gently in the breeze from a nearby window. As you look at... As you call out for your friend, you receive no answer.
I was going to take a moment to sort of look around the room, check under the bed for Minnie, and then just kind of sit there for a second. Do I have the lamp?
You begin to look around the room, making a further investigation, looking under the bed, looking for Minnie. Nothing's there. Staring around the room, you see intricate tapestries and wooden screens carved with geometric patterns. You can smell the scent of incense as it lingers in the air, reminding you, from sight to smell, of home, of Agrabah. Continuing to look on the room, you look at a small table sitting off to the corner and sigh a little bit of breath of relief as you see the golden lamp that seems to sit near the window.
Whew. Can I go over to the lamp and just... Does it feel right?
You begin to turn it in your hand. Same weight, same shape. But you notice something odd. Something etched into the bottom. It's difficult to make out, so you bring it over to one of the lit lanterns to try and get a better look. You don't know where. It looks like a regional map is now etched into the very bottom of the lamp. And directly underneath it, you see the words written out, or carved out, till the end.
All right. Can I guess sort of securing the lamp to his person? He's gonna open the door and see where it leads, thinking he's likely in a hospital, some weird hospital.
Latching the lamp to your side, you make your way out the door, and as it swings open, you are immediately wafts of scents of breads and spices that you remember from home suddenly fill your senses. You begin to make your way down a corridor, seeing more of the same decorations that you would see in Agrabah. Before the room opens up into a common area, and you find number of individuals now seated at tables of a tavern, or what you would recognize as a tapa. A few individuals smile and nod towards you.
Morning, Al. Morning, Al. Good to see you, Al.
And as you look over to the bar rail, your mind reels for a moment as you see the darker olive complexion, the wild frizzy hair of your brother Sam.
Ha! You're finally awake, brother.
Ginku, I think you messed up on this memory. Did you ever spend time here? I was gonna sort of.
You're pulling out your leg again,
in his
Al.
own body. Yeah. Yes, Sam. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be off? Raising an army, trying to fight back against the evil that took. What the hell is this place?
What do you mean? We've owned this place for years. This is the Lamp and Crescent. We named it, the two of us, when we made our way down to the Ruby City.
Okay. And I just been okay with that? Just running the bars normal?
This is our bar, Al. We've been doing it for years. Listen, you're probably still half asleep. Listen, that batch that we got last night, I know it hit heavy, but I didn't think you were such a lightweight. Hey, fellas.
The rest of the bar kind of laughs and a familiar kind of pat on your back.
Al's going to do an unarmed strike against his brother. I rolled a 22.
You immediately deck your brother. You see a large stream of blood kind of start to strail from his lip. Ah, what the hell, Al? I think you might have chipped my tooth.
You're not ectoplasm or like some type of memory shard person. You like meat and teeth and bones and stuff.
Yeah, that's generally what we're all made up of, Al. Are you all right?
Maybe. Are you actually some secret agent of evil trying to throw me off my quest to get all my friends back and wake up and go back to
you
the village?
found me out, Al. I am the... What are you talking about? Evil to... why would I do anything like that?
Mm-hmm.
Rune was just here last night.
Rune was here?
Of course she was.
What was she doing here last night? Was she okay?
Of course she's okay. Why would she not be okay? She always comes here after work at the temple.
Works at the temple? And what about her brother? Does her brother hang around too? What about a tall horse-looking man? Keelan, have you seen... Or a little fox person? Or a rabbit. Maybe they're a rabbit.
I don't know what kind of incense you put in your room last night, Al, but Rune's been an only child. She doesn't have a brother. She's never had a brother. And a tall horseman or a small fox person, I'm assuming you're talking about one of the wilds, but I mean, Joey the boar usually comes in here. I know he doesn't like being called a boar, but
And Joey the boar is not a cute little pig named Jeremy?
Oh, of course not.
Okay. Hey, Sam, I'm gonna go, I gotta go to the store or something, whatever. I'll catch you in a little bit. You're gonna stay here, right? Like, if I come back, this place is still gonna exist?
Are you sure you're okay, Al? If you want to take the day off, that's fine. Go roam around the market. Maybe go visit Rune at the temple.
I'll be back. We got a lot of catching up to do. Al's just gonna kind of like absent-mindedly not be listening. He's gonna walk open and throw open the door of the bar and walk out.
As you open the door of the bar, you find yourself in the proper market of a large city. Red banners seem to hang from signposts and lampposts all around.
Do I recognize the logo on this banner?
You see where it's strange. You've never seen this sigil before, but it looks like a large circle with what looks like roaring winds that seem to be circling an otherwise drawing of a ruby.
That's not right. Al's gonna try to find his way to this temple, knowing that Rune's the only one that he has a lead on. I think I'm just gonna look for something that looks like a temple and head there.
Beginning to look around the city, you pick a direction and start heading in it. Rune. Your eyes blink open, squinting against soft, warm light that seems to filter through velvet curtains. The smell of jasmine and lavender fill the air, an aroma that you remember fondly from your time with your mother. Doing some of your typical prayers with Sleeping Beauty. Immediately feeling the soft, warm sheets that you're in. Looking around, you find yourself in an enormous bed. The sheets are of a deep red silk, which cool your skin. Looking around, the room itself is magnificent. High ceilings, delicate lattice windows, walls painted in hues of crimson and gold. You can see tapestries hanging from the wall depicting scenes of Sleeping Beauty, a woman resting in eternal slumber, surrounded in a forest, while stars strew in the sky above. The bed frame itself made of clearly a rich, deep mahogany.
Well,
Rune is shocked. She's looking around at this lavishness that she is not used to. I don't know. I guess she just gets up, looks around, like, I don't know, goes to a door, see if people are around.
As you hop out of bed, your bare feet immediately hit that of a plush crimson rug. You kind of begin to trace your fingers around the bedpost and some of the other decorations around the room. When your eyes land on one thing, and your breath gets caught in your throat. A large single-framed portrait catches your eye of your family. There's, of course, you in the center. On either side of you, your mother and father proudly standing there.
God.
No sign of Barrick.
well, he never liked pictures. It's freaking weird. I don't remember taking this picture.
Suddenly, a soft knock at your door startles you as it gently opens. Your eyes grow wide as your mother walks in. She's dressed in elegant robes of white and gold. Her hair intricately braided and adorned with delicate pins of silver. There's no sign of Belladonna's influence. No sign of the twisted witchcraft that brought you to wherever you are now. She smiles wide towards you. Ah, you're awake. I was starting to worry you've overslept, darling. You did spend quite a late night at the temple last night.
Mom?
And Rune will just run to her mom and she will give her a big hug. Rune doesn't even think this is real, but she doesn't care. She's gonna like snatch up the moment.
Your mother embraces you. What's wrong, darling?
You were gone. What is this? Where?
I just left the temple a little bit early. I had a few things to take care of for your father. I told you I'd meet you back here.
I don't think you understand. The last time I saw you was in Start here, and
Belladonna was there, and I died, and then you were gone, and everybody in our village was put to sleep, and I was with Barrick and Al and Minnie and Ginku and we were trying to save you and everyone in the village, and I don't understand what is going on right now.
I think you might have had a little bit of a dream, Rune. That might have seemed a little off. Perhaps a metaphor. Sleeping Beauty came to you in your sleep. Al and Minnie. Well, Minnie's been gone for some time, but I'm sure she'll be returning back to the Ruby City shortly. Vea, are you referring to Captain Ward? She and the general have left the city many, many years ago. You haven't talked to her since childhood. And I'm sorry, I don't remember a name Barrick. Was this one of your school chums as well?
Mom, you gotta be kidding me right now. Barrick, my brother.
I don't know anyone by that name, Room, I assure you.
I'm really glad you're back right now, but that's a sick joke. I was just with him. And Rune just like remembers him disappearing. She starts freaking out. She's gonna like check the whole house for like any sign of Barrick. Like she's gonna go like just start whipping open doors, like looking for another bedroom, like pulling open drawers, closets, looking for clothes, like any of his stuff.
Like a raging whirlwind, you begin to rip open every door in the house, tearing through some of the things. Your mother closely following behind as she begins to call out for your father. Before he enters into the room beside her. There she is, my beautiful... Rune? Well, what have you done?
It's really good to see you again. I'm freaking out a little though. Where's Barrick? And stop whatever weird practical joke you and Barrick, and she's gonna yell, are trying to pull on me right now. It's not fucking funny.
He looks over to your mother. She gives him a glance like, I don't know. Rune, we don't know anyone by the name of Barrick. Is this one of your friends?
Okay, I'm getting a little
upset now. He's your son. My twin brother. You know, the druid training in the forest together since we were kids. We sneak out all the time.
The two look at each other before giving a glance of concern towards you. Rune, you're an only child.
Okay.
You're starting to worry us. This
Yeah.
talk of an imaginary brother. Are you feeling all right? Your mother
No.
walks over and puts her hand on your head. She doesn't seem to be running a fever.
Mom, I was somewhere else. And I don't know where I am right now. And I'm really scared. And Vea's a captain now. And Minnie's not here. And Barrick's not here. Where's Al?
I would assume he's with his brother at the Lamp and Crescent. They're doing quite well, from my understanding, and Minnie has been off traveling. Your father speaks up. I think the late nights at the temple might have just thrown her off a little bit. Laura, perhaps you should take the day off. Get some rest.
Oh God, I don't want to leave you, because if I leave you, what if Belladonna comes back? Or I don't understand.
Listen, you're all right. We are safe in the Ruby City. We are well protected. Your father is of political stature. There's guards outside our door at all times.
The Ruby City? What about Star Tier?
What is Star Tier?
Okay. I don't know what the fuck is happening. Yeah, I am gonna take a day. Where did you say Al usually is?
He's at the Lamp and Crescent in the market.
Okay. And
Perhaps
Rune just
I think it would be for the best, Rune. Maybe just take some rest for a while. Your mother has a long day ahead overseeing the temple, and I have council meetings with the high officials of the city. But we can talk later. Rest up a little bit, maybe get something to eat, and then head down to the Lamp and Crescent to see your friends, Al and Sam, and you know,
Sam.
just
Okay.
yes, of course, Al's brother Sam.
Right. Starting to realize that she's like her parents are thinking she's going a little mad. She's kind of like faking things. But then sort of this realization again, like her parents are standing right in front of her, and she'll just, look at her mom and her dad and just say, I don't know, I must have had a weird dream, but I'm just so happy that I'm here with you and you're alive.
Of course, dear. Of course. They begin to lead you back to your room. Your mother puts you back into bed as she gives you a kiss on the forehead, wiping some tears and hair out of your face. It's gonna be all right, dear. It's just a bad dream. You've been working very hard at the temple. I might have pushed you too hard. I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize for anything.
Oh, that's good. Your father puts his hand on your shoulder, rubbing your back a little bit. It's going to be all right, Rune. We can talk more, and if you still are concerned, maybe we can get one of the apothecaries up here to give you a once over. But just take the day, rest. If you want, go down to the tavern to see Al and Sam. It might be good to get out a little bit. You've spent far too much time at the temple lately.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Good,
Thanks.
good. Okay. And we'll be here if you need us for the next little while. The two begin to make their way out the door of your room. Just as they're about to leave, your father turns to you. If you do find yourself in the market today, Rune, could you do us a favor? Would you mind picking up a new trowel for Blair? He said he broke it in the garden yesterday, but the familiar bump on his head tells me otherwise. He's such a strange little garden gnome. I'll never quite fully understand him.
Blech is here.
Of course, he's been our gardener for years.
Oh my god. Is he here right now?
I would assume he's out in the garden.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go to market and get the trowel, and I'll talk to him first to make sure that I get the right trowel.
Of course. Whatever you need. Just rest for now, though. Please, for us.
Okay. I love you both.
We love you very much, my dear. Take some rest, Rune. We'll go out for a nice dinner tonight.
Okay.
Very good. As the door begins to close, Beric.
I'm not ready.
What?
None of us are.
What?
It's your turn. Step on up, buddy. Come on.
Fuck. I'm muting myself now.
All you. All you.
I'm locked in.
Are you ready?
Mm.
As your eyes flutter open, you find yourself, or at least your body, sinking into a tall bed of grass as golden sunlight pours down from a clear sky. Your limbs ache, muscles tense from the confrontation you were just in. The last image seared into your mind was the sight of the white wolves, their teeth in your arm, pulling you away from Rune and Al, Minnie and Vea. But as you look in your arm, there's no teeth marks. In fact, you see the familiar hands and arms that you're used to. Looking around, you don't see any mention of your friends. You don't hear anything. However, as you lift your head slightly, able to peer through some of the tall grass, you see two twin white wolves standing on the edge of a worn dirt path. They watch you silently, their icy blue eyes now locked onto yours. Their fur seems to almost shimmer like snow beneath the sun, completely still, seemingly waiting.
This place is like a dream of a dream. Where is everyone? Rune? Vea? Al? Minnie starts looking low.
You receive no responses.
Move his gaze up towards the wolves again. And almost a sense of knowing kind of falls on his face. As he'll start to approach.
As you begin to approach, the wolves, without a sound, begin to turn as they begin to pad their way along the path, their bodies moving with a quiet grace.
Beric will, as he's sort of following them, keeping them at a distance, still, but not losing sight of them. He'll sort of run his fingers along the bark of the trees as he passes them, on the tall grass as he moves by, trying to feel if there's any kind of sense of familiarity to these woods.
No, not at all. In fact, the trees look different. Large vines hang down from them. Strange bark you've never seen before.
Just different? Or do they feel dead or fake?
No.
Or-
This is very, very much alive. Beautiful greenery, vibrant, filled with life, teeming with life. They feel very real. And the air seems so warm, so like a moisture to it.
Okay. He'll continue wandering, but he gets lost in it a little bit in this nature, and but a sudden realization will hit him as he's feeling one of the trees, and he almost coils his hand back like it's wrong, like it's almost losing sight of the wolves in the moment, and having to quicken his pace to keep up with them.
As you continue on down the path through the jungle, you catch sight of the wolves once again. Following quickly behind, your footsteps cause twigs and leaves to crunch underneath as they lead you deeper and deeper. Trees grow taller, darker, casting long shadows over the path that you walk down. It's not long before they lead you into a wide clearing, bathed in sunlight. The air seems still and heavy. There at the edge of the clearing seats a ring of 8 white wolves, perfectly still, perfectly separated. Their eyes knowing watch you. Not in a threatening manner, just curious. As you move into the circle, they don't move at all. No growls, no movement, simply observing. At the far side of the clearing, with his back turned towards you, another wolf. This one massive. It sits alone, towering over the others. The sunlight hits its fur like silver fire, illuminating its enormous form. It's unlike anything you've ever seen before, easily 3 times the size of the rest. Its presence almost seems overwhelming, as if it radiates power and authority. As you hesitate for a moment, trying to catch your breath, the giant wolf begins to stir. Slowly it rises to its 4 legs as it turns towards you. Its icy blue eyes meet yours, and it lets out a low rumbling growl that echoes through the trees. So this is who the pact has brought me. As he says this, as the words are spoken, they ring throughout your mind. They are clear and commanding. His gaze bores into you, sharp and knowing, as if it can see your very soul. Then, with deliberate slowness, the great wolf begins to transform. Its body shifts, limbs elongating as its fur recedes from its chest and its arms. The transformation is fluid and natural, but the sheer size of the creature is made enormous. Now standing before you, a 10-foot-tall humanoid wolfman. Silver fur gleaming in the sunlight, its muscles rippling beneath its hide. Its stance is powerful, it's regal, and intimidating. Around its neck you can see a necklace of carved bones and feathers, each one etched with strange runes and symbols that you don't recognize directly, but remember a lot of the similar from some of the things that Rune had shown you with Sleeping Beauty. They glow a faintly cold celestial light, as if blessed by some ancient starbound force. Its chest is covered in a primitive leather harness adorned with totems and animal bones, symbols of wild and hunt. Around its waist, a thick belt of hide, and its wrists bound by bracers decorated with intricate tribal patterns resembling constellations or some divine sigils. It tilts his head slightly, examining you with a cold interest.
Barrett goes to speak, but finds some difficulty. What is this place? Why did your friends bring me here? Where are my friends? Where's my sister?
You have many questions. An intelligent one. I understand why you've been chosen.
Chosen for what? They said they could help me help my friends, help my family.
And that we will, Barrick. Things are not as they seem. And it seems what you and your companions have stumbled upon are soon to make its mark on the world. We've been watching what you've been doing with your friends. But we are not the only ones. Something greater has been watching. The path that you've walked down have unraveled something that took place long, long ago. Meant to be lost to the ages. And while today there has been an attempt to correct the course, there are some places Not even the greater can see.
Look, maybe I'm not as intelligent of a chosen one that you've maybe had come before you, but I have no idea what you're talking about. I know that we were onto something big, that a lot of things were happening, but wait. We were in a memory. Where are we now? Is this real? Is any of this real? Are you
It's
real?
very, very real. The realest place you've ever been, Merrick. Allow me to introduce myself. Names are not common amongst my people. But I have been given a name in your tongue. They call me Mr. Wolf. And I am no mortal, nor god. Somewhere in between. There are many of us. Those who have been scorned by the wards. We are known as the fabled ones. And the reason why you've been brought here today, Beric, is it seems we have a common enemy in Sleeping Beauty. And while the story is long, I will say this. There's a reason why wolves howl at the moon. You've already been told that my companions have brought you here for a reason. To save your friends, your family, your everything.
To save room.
Yes. And we can help you with that, Beric. We will take down our common enemies. We will make the world right. This is our goal.
I just have one question.
Yes.
What's the price?
Price of any who want to join this pack. We will train you. We will give you the power you need. But you cannot defy us. You will join us as one of our pact. The choice is yours, Beric. Which path do you take?
Beric's eyes will wander from Mr. Wolf to his pack, and then back to the entrance to the outcropping. And then I'll look up to the stars. And he'll drop to his knees. And then onto his hands. And his fingers will start to grip the dirt. As his form begins to shift. As it usually does. Silver fur protruding from every follicle of his being. As his canines enlarge. His ears grow pointed and backward. And he's going to let out the biggest damn howl he's ever let out. Towards the moon.
The rest of the pack now erupts in howls around you. As Mr. Wolf gives a slight smile and nods his head. Then it's time you follow me, Beric. As he turns and begins to guide you past the forest clearing onto an old game trail. It doesn't take long before the trees now open up once more. And as the trees fade away, you find yourself at the edge of a towering cliffside looking out onto the world. A moment flashes back in your mind to a time where you looked out amongst the land from the top of a tall tree. However, this landscape differs greatly. Staring out, you see a mighty jungle, mixed with spots of strange and diverse biomes in the mix. A desert, a flat plains, a frozen tundra. All these things should be impossible. Strange towers that seem to dot and fill the landscape throughout the view. Mr. Wolf stops at the edge and looks down towards you. These particular lands were once a realm long ago. And now it stands as a beautiful graveyard. A mismatch of places and people that should not exist. And yet they do. Like the discarded ideas on a page, ripped from a book and tossed to the floor. This place once went by the name of Bastia. But now, we call it Nowhere. And there is much of it for you to see. But that, my friends, is going to be a story for another day.
Holy
Damn, yo.
fucking shit.
Well, there we have it.
That's
So,
Oh,
Easy.
that's a footnote.
God.
with that said, we do have a little bit of an announcement for the evening. Let me just turn my music off quickly. So, we've got a little bit of talking to do here, guys. Not too much more, but bear with me. We've come to a point where, unfortunately, we're going to have to say goodbye to a few more people from the table. Beck and Mud have decided that there are some personal projects that they're working on that they would like to focus on. And so tonight we say goodbye to Vea and Mutt. This has been an incredible journey with you both. It has been my absolute pleasure running for you, Vea. Beck.
Okay.
And hopefully, maybe someday in the far future, if Vea would like to return at some point for maybe a few episodes, or just to guest, we would love to have you back.
Did you actually read my Discord message I sent you in the middle of this?
Oh my god.
I was like, this is not permanent. No, because this has been such a joy of a table and a fantastic community to be a part of. And it's been amazing to tell these stories. And Vea is not a character I want to say goodbye to yet at this end. Yes, Mud and I have a little bit of work that we need to get rolling, and sometimes it means we have to take some things off a plate so we can add things on, because we're mere humans, unfortunately. Not quite raised to the level of godhood at this point. So we are taking a reprieve, and of course we'll be cheering from the sidelines and still in the space and encouraging you all. So we'll see where this takes us.
We will keep your seat long and warm, and whenever you feel that, even if it's for a little bit, your seat at this table is permanent, Beck.
Thank you. If anyone has to speak for Vea, though, I'm just going to nominate Nate, because I don't want another Swedish accent.
Okay, cool.
So
I'll work on that. We'll feel like a cool Caribbean something. We'll
If I can't come back, but most likely I'm going to find ways, because this is such a darling group, and the story woven here is, well, it's truly something special.
I just want to take a second back. You've made us better by being
No.
Absolutely. I was going to say the same thing.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So, and it was a pleasure getting to know you at Gen Con. And
Yep.
I'm not dying.
I
no,
know.
of course. I'm gonna be around, and if
It's
you ever
gonna be
watch
a while,
projects
you know,
and stuff,
it
hit
might
me
be a
up.
while.
Like, we'll talk after.
You just invited me into a Discord. I thought we were friends now.
Well, it's a shame, you know. It's
That's
last
fine.
night.
This is it. Bury me under the ground, 6 feet under now, everyone.
But no,
Absolutely
you've elevated us here as a table, so thank you for that.
And the same goes for you, Mud. It feels weird not being able to see your face while I'm talking to you, but
Yeah.
the amount of work that you've done for us is literally, and yeah, very blessed to have had and possibly have again y'all in the future.
Yeah, and whatever projects you guys work on, it's gonna be so fucking dope, man. I love seeing it. So yeah, biggest cheerleaders over here.
Yeah. Do your things, guys. Do whatever you need to do. Take whatever time you need. There,
IRR levels.
You have a home here anytime to visit.
Yeah. Mud, I just want to say thank you. And Beck, I can't even look at you right now because
look
I'm
at me
gonna
right
cry.
No.
I love you, and thank you for giving us Vea and gracing us with your amazing shit.
Yeah, your amazing shit. It was very top
Yeah.
quality.
Oh man. Okay, take me off with a cane. I can't talk anymore. Okay.
And unfortunately, that is not the last announcement for the evening.
Oh god, I can't do this.
We have supported him through and throughout his journey, and we will continue to do so. But school is getting a little bit too much for Bobby right now. So he's going on temporary hiatus.
It is
It's
just a
not permanent.
hiatus.
It's just a hiatus, but he'll be leaving the table for a little while as well.
And and thanks both, obviously, Dave and everybody, but also y'all for, you were huge in actually getting me to school, and it's been going very well. I'm getting all A's and B's for y'all so far. All right, we're keeping that going, and I want to keep that going. And this semester, it's just the workload has really ramped up. So it's just the best thing for me to do right now. We gotta as much as I hate to say it, we have to, life stuff comes first,
Take
right?
things off a plate.
So So it is a temporary hiatus, and big props to Dave tonight because, like, such a perfect way to make that hiatus canon and everything, and to have this session be like the last one before my hiatus is really bittersweet because, especially that second half, like after the break.
Now you're like, now what I like.
That was so good. Like it was so good.
The fight was torturous because it felt like it was putting off the real pain that was about to happen.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we did know tonight that we were going to be like making this announcement, but we didn't know like what the episode had to had in store for us at all. And yeah, like I said, props to you, Dave, because that was masterfully done. Really well done.
Much love, brother. Much love. And you.
And I'll be back soon, guys. Like soonish.
And I guess to share, like, I don't know if you
I got
wanna
wolf
overshare
shit
and
to do.
Bobby,
You
but,
know
like,
I got wolf shit to do. So I'm gonna go
This
do
man
my
has
wolf
been-
shit.
Bobby's been working his butt off at school, and I've seen the results coming out of it. So
Give you
he
an idea.
makes
I've been
2
up
years
since
ago.
1:30 in the morning.
That's what I was gonna say.
I've been sitting in this chair for
We're gonna start planning your
16, 17
graduation
hours now,
ceremony
so-
here.
Yeah.
You get to be valedictorian of this stream. Dave can be our president of our Careful Cantrip University.
We get to prank the dean.
Yeah.
The dean's list.
Yeah.
Bobby, take
That passes
take
list.
take as much time as you need. You know we're behind you 1000% in everything that you're doing outside of the stream right now. And you know, we're incredibly proud of you. So don't think twice that, you know, this isn't your home when you come home.
Bobby's still
better,
gonna be
or
here
I'll
as a
kill you.
channel artist as well.
Yeah,
So
and you
all
guys,
that, yeah, that's
you'll still
that's
be getting
awesome.
those coloring pages and stuff, and I'm still doing the art for the channel.
Follow
so
him on
don't-
Instagram.
No worries. Don't follow me on.
Did you just
Do
plug
it.
his Instagram?
Yeah, he hates it. He hates it so
You know my
much.
rule.
Yeah.
You gotta click it twice so that it works. Make sure you click it twice.
With that said, we've kept you guys far too long. I'm incredibly sorry for going over time, but I wanted to make sure that tonight we did the justice that it deserved. I'm going to be on Fireside Chat tomorrow. We're going to be talking about kind of what's next, what is upcoming, and where CC goes from here.
There is some positive in this. There's some
There
cool
is
things.
positive. We're still,
There
we're
is.
still
There's some
going.
cool things.
We're still
Yeah.
here.
In tomorrow.
You're
We'll
not
still
the
here.
stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't fret.
There is some good stuff.
We're not going anywhere. But, you
Highly
know.
suggest showing up tomorrow because it'll be very enlightening. So
We'll be answering questions and giving a few more announcement, but I don't want to do that because I want to honor the moment and the people that are leaving the table tonight. So can we get some claps in chat for a little bit of love for our good friends as they head out? Typically we do a Patreon hangout, but we're way over time right now. I don't think we're going to be doing it tonight. We'll make it up to you next time. But I think tonight we're just going to take the rest of the night off. Again,
This is puffy now. I'm mad at you. For
I know,
that.
me too. Shit. Ah,
I need a hot shower or a cold shower or something.
or a golden shower, you know,
You telling
me
whatever,
Wow.
you know, whichever one you need.
I need to eat ribs in bed. That's what I need.
Yeah,
right?
that's perfect. I'm coming over.
Beef.
Beef. Beef.
So-
beef, no! No. I love beef.
Imagine if Vaya woke up and the dad was like, "What's the matter, Beef?"
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Ah.
With that said,
Oh god damn.
all the adventurers out there, whether you find yourself in a strange land in a strange time with nothing that you remember, or you have to split the party for a little while, I beg you all, one word of caution. Be careful out there. you can trip. Love all your faces, and we'll see you real soon. Take care.
Bye.